The union.
The union. What is up? What is up, good people? What is up? It is AJ here with DJ Larry.
Yes, sir.
We're back. It is episode 82 of Mid Carder's and Catering Podcast. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Larry, what's the deal? What's going on, man?
It's funny, y'all. That's the first time I think I got caught bopping my head to the entrance music. The thing that's so funny about this is like AJ probably knows this, but like that's not even the best part of the beat. The beat really picks up after that part right there. That's why I could hear it in my head just now. So that's pretty funny. Yeah. But hey man, who knows? Maybe another time, another day. We have so much in like just everywhere, hard drives, the cloud, all kind of shit. So
yeah. Sometimes the beat selection can get a little complicated, when changing up themes and everything in that matter. But
hey man,
I try to stay in a box and try to pick the best case scenario for the what the audience is going to like to hear. You know what I'm saying? Just to build that up so they can get to the energy that we have to provide to them. Doing this thing called speaking and talking about professional wrestling and everything of that matter.
And I appreciate that. I feel as though like I wish everybody else would appreciate it as much as I do, but I can't make everybody do that. But I appreciate those who do. Yeah. So appreciate y'all. The last time we was here, we were for the Survivor Series War Games post show.
Yes.
Which fuck X. Not you, X the Exiled, X the Harlot, X the Vanguard, X the militant man,
the bald Chicago man.
Yeah. Love you, X. I'm talking about the Twitter, what used to be Twitter. Yeah. Connection was going crazy, but I need to get new wired headphones anyway. It's been a while, so I'll take the blame on myself for that one. But it was still a good show, and as far as like the episode itself, and it was a good way. But we haven't been here since then. But
I mean, we really kind of haven't been on camera since the pod look, really. And the Lord have mercy, what a table, what a Thanksgiving table of mess that was. But shout out to everybody that was there, man. Shout out to Mo.
Yeah.
Shout out to our guests from the stands, brothers and fearless leaders, Earl. Shout out to Winston. Shout out to Nelson. Shout out to Van who pulled up. Shout out to the people that wanted to be there but couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Again, like, hey, also shout out to Jamal from Critically Unfocused podcast. Shout out to
Marcel. Mo made his first appearance on here.
Like it was a lot. It was a lot to contain, a lot to sustain and everything of that matter. But hey, man, it came out. It came out great. But hey, man, look, it was literally the setting of a Thanksgiving table with microphones and
so I'm gonna attempt to say this now in a positive way. I'm glad that we have moved past our differences. I know at one point.
I had to come on and smoke the pack because it was kind of crazy.
Right.
But I had to reclaim my Ula followers.
Just like that, it's back to where we were. Just that quick. It was so. I tried, y'all. I just wanted to let y'all know I really tried, man. I tried,
but you did. You know what you did while I was going. You did great work. You know what I'm saying, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying. I appreciate you coming in and taking the reins of the show, and then bringing on the guests that pulled up. Shout out to Donnie. Shout out to Zell. Again,
Pat.
Shout out. Oh, Pat too. Shout out to Pat Pryor. Body Mo Bottles, definitely. holler at Body More Bottles. But yeah, man, like you held it down for that time that I was out, and you know what I'm saying. Like I appreciate that, bro. I really do.
You
But we're
know,
back, man. We back in full
you know
effect.
what would be nice though? You know what would be nice? I think you should do a Body More Bottles episode.
Uh,
I think that'd be nice.
when Zell reaches out,
Of
if he
course, no,
ever wants to reach out and holler at me,
of
you know what I'm
course.
saying? Like, hey man, we could probably do a little something there. He can probably actually teach me a few things in the drinking sphere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
what's your off top? What's your go to drink? Like, if you had to pick a drink, you like, all right, I'm here. Like, I just need to go ahead and what's your go to?
well, I'm a tequila man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, I'm definitely a tequila guy. Nowadays, um. Do I have like a special cocktail? I mean, I'm right now. I'm just an old fashioned person. Like right now, I just kind of like
Oh,
my old
okay,
fashions. You know what I'm
I
saying? I like
got
to
you.
try the. If I'm at different restaurants, I like to try their versions of old fashions, or what I'm saying, something along those lines. I'm not really a huge tequila. I'm sorry. I am a tequila connoisseur and consumer, but I'm not a huge drinker like that. Like usually. I'm really a champagne type. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a Bel Air
Ooh,
bottle boy. Yeah,
fancy.
like
I heard money right now.
yeah, no, that ain't money,
I'm
man.
joking,
That ain't
man.
money. But it's just
It's just
like
God's blessings, brother. That's it.
yeah,
That's it.
it's just alcohol. Alcohol adds weight. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
Me, I try to stay in the gym. I do my thing in the gyms, trying to stay fit and everything like that. And alcohol only slows that down. So I'm not
Mm.
huge, but I'm sure the homie Zell can, maybe show me a few things in terms of like expanding my horizons in the drinking sphere, especially with the many amazing things that you can do with tequila.
Yeah.
Um, by the way, and I am an anejo. I'm an anejo tequila connoisseur.
Okay.
Reposado's cool too, you know what I'm saying? But yes, I'm an
Okay.
anejo guy, so that's
Okay.
my thing.
I'm
Herrador specifically.
I'm just a guy that likes his mocktails. That's all I do.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right, man.
Yeah,
That's all right.
I like if I'm gonna go out and pay for a drink, I at least want my drink to have some flavor to it. So,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
plus
And
it's
me too, because I don't really like just straight liquor. I don't like straight
nah,
alcohol. Like
I'm not a barbarian, so no.
yeah. Like if I'm
I
doing some
mean,
shots, that's cool. But just a straight like drink, nah, man. Like, I want
salute
it to taste. I want it to taste good. You know what I'm saying?
salute to all my beer drinkers out there and all the people that do. It's not for me, bro. Yeah.
Now, when it comes to beer, I like Modelo. But again, summertime. That's for summertime stuff. That's for barbecues. Like I like a Modelo. You know what I'm saying? Like out at the barbecue or something like that. But other than that, in terms of like a regular beer drinking, like at home, nah, I don't really do that either.
I feel like I've tried beer, it doesn't taste good to me at all, but I
Yeah.
do feel like it probably does hit amazing after some good barbecue or a
Oh
good,
yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's
Yeah, yeah.
something
Some
good
good
to watch.
burgers, some good wings. You feel
Something
me? Like
some something good greasy, like
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But again, something that's too filling, like beer, it
Mhm.
adds to that gut. And then, again, I can't do it, bro. Can't
Look,
can't do
I
that,
had
man.
a conversation with my sister before we started, and she asked me about donut shop that's like close to where my nephews get their haircuts. And I was like, yeah, I know, but I was like, I can't walk into temptation because I'm gonna walk in there just on a peep, and then that'll be the day where they're like, yeah, we'll give you a dozen donuts for $4. I'm like,
Yeah.
and and then next thing I know, I'm just consuming all these, and then because I don't eat sweets as much, I'll have that sugar migraine that you get when you
Oh yeah, yeah,
overload on
yeah, yeah,
sugar.
yeah. When you overload.
Yeah, nah,
Yeah,
nah, nah, nah,
yeah,
nah. Mm-mm.
yeah.
Yeah, I have to pick and choose. Somehow, some way, I have not had a Little Debbie Christmas tree cake yet. So
Oh, brother, you got to catch up. You got
I
to catch
know,
up,
I
man.
know,
You
I
got to catch up. I didn't
know.
probably had about what's the today's date is the 18th. I've probably had
Breaking kayfabe.
uh probably ingested about 6 Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes since Thanksgiving. I
how
probably
many?
had
How many
6.
come in a box?
Well, I've not bought the box. So here's the trick. Okay.
Put
The
me on
box,
game.
the box Christmas tree cakes, yes, they are the same, but they're small. They're smaller.
Mm-hmm.
The Christmas tree cakes that you really want are the ones that are individually packed. And you can usually find those by the self-checkout, you know what I'm saying, by your respective grocery store or whatever. You find them individually wrapped. Those are the thick ones. Those are the ones you want. Those are the ones that are worth your $1. Stay away from them boxes, you know what I'm saying? Now, it's everything is always, you know what I'm saying, like moderation is everything. You feel me? So definitely make sure that you just don't sit over here and just eat a whole bunch of Christmas tree cakes in one setting because of high fructose corn syrup and all these other things like too much sugar. But go up there before you reach that self-checkout line, grab those, grab about 3 of them joints, and just eat them within the week. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you get your right Christmas tree cake levels to the right, to the right balance before Christmas Eve. You feel me? And that is your take with AJ today.
Yeah, man. We need to have some like, well, I mean, what am I doing? We actually have that. Hey.
Yeah, man. The Christmas tree cakes, yes, they have been here.
Now I feel like we're on Eric Andre's show.
Oh yeah. They've been in circulation around here. Usually my cutoff is about December 31st. That's when I'm kind of done with them.
That one last one before.
Yeah, they get that one last one before New Year's kickoff, and then it's like we'll be back again next year.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
Christmas tree cake special.
I ain't gonna lie, G. I'm the type of nigga where I get boxes because that's the type of nigga I am. But I just literally there'll be a box in the cut. And then like February rolls around, it's like, oh shit,
I got that box. Yeah. Hey, sometimes the late Christmas tree cake might be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still wrapped up. Ain't no air get to it. So
you got me talking like Tama Tonga right now.
You're gonna open up that cupboard and you're gonna be you're gonna see a Christmas tree cake. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
I love you, Santa.
And that might have to be the title of this episode, man. Like, yeah, man. You just gonna catch me in the crib like, Santa, I love you.
That's so funny.
Oh man. But it's funny because we've been quiet on as far as like mid-cards episodes, but we've had Luchador Mount Rushmore. Shout out to the Psychosis episode. Personally, my favorite. Going back and watching those old videos are just always hilarious. So, like, 90s Mexico is a treasure. So, I highly suggest you check that out. We even covered some of his newer stuff, what he's doing today, which it's always funny seeing old niggas just do shit. Like, whether it's Kenny and niggas shooting free throws or why is this old nigga in the ring still? Like it's always hilarious, bro. For so many things. But there was something else that we did do in between the time.
I'm looking at the back of these heads and everything like that, and I just see my sister sitting there watching this foolishness. So I really hope y'all there for entertainment purposes and not to take this motherfucker seriously.
Unfortunately, tonight's program is only open to University of Albany students.
Prince of Pan-Africanism debut. Only
scholar orator.
What are these words? What are these preposterous words?
The Prince of Pan-Africanism debut.
It was so crazy, and nobody can answer this shit. They get mad when I ask this shit. Nigga, where is this school?
You want to know what happened to that school area? It doesn't exist.
He's a liar. He's a fugazi. He just make it look good. He make it look better than what it is. That's all he do.
This nigga been lying to y'all on Facebook for 10 years.
10 plus years.
10 plus years. Oh, you Nike talk niggas is finna be like, man, you see what Umar said? No, nigga.
No,
I didn't.
I did not. And I don't want to know.
Oh, man.
Now, that was a thrill to do. Yes, me and Larry came together because spectacularly enough, we are on the cusp of finally seeing the preview to our next Superman movie, our next Superman film that is coming out next literally next year. But we did a really wonderful comprehensive review of All-Star Superman, the comic book series by
Grant Morrison.
Grant Morrison.
And Frank Quietly.
Yeah. Shout out to them, which honestly serves as a basis or almost a foundation for this Superman film that's coming out next summer. And yes, we did Mid Carters and Comics, you know what I'm saying, for the Union Book Club, so to speak. And yes, it was a really, really fun time. And that was just a small snippet from that episode where we were frying up Dr. Umar, which has nothing to do with Superman whatsoever. But
no, it does, because hey man, Superman wouldn't trust Umar, so I wouldn't. Hey, if Superman don't trust him, I don't trust him. So you know, there you go.
So there you go on that. But yeah, man, that's other things that we've been doing. Of course, Luchador Mount Rushmore has been taking off and then just pumping out episode after episode. And yeah, like while we have not been here publicly, you know what I'm saying, with our regular episodes and everything like that, we have been busy on other subjects and other spaces at the same time.
There's a blessed young man by the name of Shoot the Toys that's out there that's highlighting things too,
Like, I mean, hey, multifaceted over here is this big pro wrestling. It's bigger than one company versus another. It's kind of just, we're just expanding the horizons of this whole thing, this whole union that we have. And speaking of the union, we also want to shout out to Guesses from the Stand podcast. We just had their holiday episode prior to this one.
Yes.
Also, shout out to Show Your Work Network, just consistently pumping out content on a weekly basis. And we definitely have something special coming out for everybody. And
there is some
announced later on.
Yeah.
I don't want to jump the gun there.
Nah.
But yeah. But
a little something.
Yeah, a little something. A little something that goes within the context of what we do when it comes down to year-end based content. So just be ready for that and all of the wonderful announcements we have going on for the year to come. But we are here. We are here to discuss the wonderful world of pro wrestling and such. And before we kick into the year-end picks, the one thing that's brought all of your listening ears and your wandering eyes onto this platform today, we do have a few newsworthy things. So with that being said, let's get into the news. Mid Carters and Catering Patreon is live and direct with exclusive access to the Union Discord and loads of extra content like Radio MIC, Luchador Mount Rushmore, and Icon. Beginning only at $3. Subscribe today.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news. I knew it. I love when he does that.
There's something that's going to drop on the Patreon very soon. And when I was doing the episode, I played that to do the Patreon drop, but I forgot the way Barry was at the end. Yeah. So I was like, well, fuck it. This is funny. I'm not editing that out. Fuck it. We're keeping Wade Barry. We respect Wade Barry to these households. So
that's funny as hell.
Yeah.
But well, I mean, even though we have some newsworthy stuff over here on the wrestling front, we do have some newsworthy stuff here on the Mid Carters and Catering front, and that is our return to Mondays. Mid Carters and Catering podcast will be back releasing our content. The regular episodes. Regular episodes will be back to releasing on Monday mornings. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. However, there's a caveat to this. We are also going to be starting early access to our episodes via Patreon.
I'm calling it the appetizer. Get the appetizer, man. Get the motherfucking appetizer.
And that will be available on Patreon. And that is the early access to these episodes that will be publicly releasing on Mondays. But for our Patreon supporters and our Patreon users, you will be able to listen to the episodes on Fridays.
Get that appetizer, man. Look.
So again, if you want to hear this, as soon as they release, drop that $3, head over to Patreon, and you will be ahead of the curve, ahead of those Monday folks that's going to get the episode in its entirety on Mondays. Also, Patreon exclusive content will continue to drop on Fridays. So please keep your ears to the streets on that. So in case our public people don't hear this and they're like, dang, where's the episode at Friday? Oh, wait, it's on their Patreon, but it's not up on public. Oh, I didn't join the early access.
Friday, bro.
So you got to wait the entire weekend to hear the episode Monday morning. So, hey, just $3.
$3.
Like the commercial says.
It's $3. It's $3. Get that appetizer, man.
Hey, get the appetizers, man.
And for everybody else, man, hey, man, you know, it is what it is, man.
I hope I don't have to take that drop away one day.
Nah, man. Nah. I'm gonna redo it myself. Right. AIW, but yeah, man. Hey, get your appetizer Friday, and hey, man, Monday is catering, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh. The full meal Mondays.
Man. Come on, man. All right.
But yeah, man, we got a few other newsworthy items in terms of the wrestling world. Not too many things popped off while we were gone. On the women's front,
if you finna say what I think you finna say,
well, you know, I look, you know, it's a year-end episode. It's cool to acknowledge like the progress that TNA started to make in 2024. They had a nice little rebrand at the start of the year. Well, boy, I did not know this rebrand was going to be bringing back a xenophobic racist by the name of Tessa Blanchard. Tessa Blanchard is back in TNA. I don't know whose fucking idea this was, but that was crazy. What a crazy idea. But Mrs. Chin showed up on an episode of Impact, taking out Jordan Grace. You know, I do see like how or why this kind of happened, and one reason is being that TNA is about to lose a lot of talent, like a lot of top talent. Really kind of like at the top of the year. We kind of know that Jordan Grace is on her way out. I mean, it's obvious where she's headed. Josh Alexander, another heavy hitter, is on his way out. He's now a free agent.
Him and his wife. His wife, who is the Jada Chung, the backstage announcer, that is his wife. Yes. She's also given notice. So
okay, yeah. So we're kind of seeing like where these moving pieces are going in terms of like where they're heading in the future WWE. But
future NXT alum and New Japan alum Kushida also gone.
Oh wow, they're losing Kushida too. Okay,
Kushida is gone. Trent Seven just gave his notice. You may know Trent Seven from Mustache Mountain with Tyler Bate.
Yeah.
He is gone. Speedball Mike Bailey is about to hit the free agency if he hasn't already. So
now Mike Bailey, I believe, is headed to AEW.
If
I'm not mistaken.
He is.
I believe he's going to be headed I wouldn't be surprised if even Trent Seven is going back to AEW because I think he was over there for a hot, brief second.
It will depend. A lot of things. I wouldn't be surprised if Trent Seven can end up in NXT. He can end up in
MLW. Right? It wouldn't hurt if he went back to NXT. You know, Pete Dunne, him and Dunne are best friends.
Yeah,
and along with Tyler Bate. So
what was their crew's name?
British Strong Style.
British Strong Style. Yeah. That would be a good. Hey, and then you got. You know, you even got William Regal's son involved now. So, I mean, we could get the real Blackpool Combat Club, not people just saying that shit. That's no one's from England. But yeah, anyway. So do you know what the logic behind that is? Because I heard about what the logic behind these releases.
Well, all I can do is assume logic until you give me logic here. But my logic behind that is that, well, we all know that Tessa Blanchard in TNA, that's literally the genesis of where, she's done everything in terms of like her career. Despite like her as a person and all that type of stuff. She's a horrible fucking human being and a horrible person. And, again, like I'm always going to ring that in as much as possible. But I would assume that the reasons why she's there is because, again, they're losing so much star power. So they just kind of got to like re-inject it with a legend of their stature and of, somebody that's close to their brand. It's almost kind of like, say AJ Styles left WWE and he just went to TNA. That's what I think. He was coming in as a replacement for all these people they're about to lose. Like, that's what I would assume that's why she's back there. But also there's this fucking lie, bold-faced lie, via Meltzer, and also source probably her too, saying that there are women that want to work with her in TNA and also want to work with her in WWE. And this is her way of trying to make it be a conduit into WWE. And we all know WWE, that door's fucking closed. They're not opening that door for Tessa Blanchard in WWE.
Before I give my logic and what I've heard about this, I want to ask you a question. Simple question. How much or how far can things go to redeem someone who is considered damaged goods, considered trouble, considered like unusable? Let me give you a few examples, right?
Toxic person.
Let me give you three. These are all varying degrees, but I want to use this in reference for Tessa Blanchard because some people may not know. And I just want to educate the people just a small bit on this, but we don't have to get into everything she's done, but just in general. So I'm gonna give you an example. So you have CM Punk.
I knew you would say Punk.
You have Matt Riddle. You have the Hardy brothers. And you have Tessa Blanchard. These are like they all have controversy for your different reasons. So let's start with Matt Riddle. Do you think there is a way for Matt Riddle to rehab his career? And when I say these things, I'm not saying like within a year's time. I'm not saying that, but like over, let's say, a couple of years, where the door could be open for them later on and they can do enough to cleanse the stench just enough to where it's like, okay, let's see what you do.
Well, Matt Riddle, you've seen Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels became a born-again Christian and literally has lived that life ever since then and has done all that. Matt Riddle would literally have to follow the line of Shawn Michaels in order to be redeemable again in WWE. The Hardys, in their case, you gotta be clean. That's for one. Two, you need to apologize. You need to apologize. I don't think the Hardys did anything completely, utterly, supremely toxic or anything where that outside of the wrestling realm, they're not bad guys
at all.
Like, they're not
some of the nicest people you will ever meet.
Some of the nicest guys ever. Like, and they get a lot of love, period. Like, they get a lot of love from fans and the like. And a lot of people think the Hardys are cool. I don't want to ever see them wrestle again. I would like to see them go to the WWE Hall of Fame. Like, that's the only reason why I would want them to come back for that. Because there's no pretty Hardys match you can get off in 2024, 25. I'm sorry. It's over. It's done. Stop wrestling.
Yeah, I've seen what would literally have to happen with the Hardys in 2025 in general. You have to do a multi-man match that you can hide. If it's a straight up wrestling match, no. But if you can do spots and things like that with other people that will get over, like, that can help out in hiding, like, okay, that they're literally.
I don't want to see Jeff going off of ladders doing the swanton anymore. I don't want to see that shit. I'm good.
Okay. I mean,
CM Punk has already redeemed himself, and it wasn't that deep. Like,
No.
I mean, like Punk was already good with me when he came back. Really, Punk was good with me when he did the scrum. So that was right there. So
the shout out to everybody. We've gone 2 years now since the scrum. Shout out to everybody that understood the scrum when it happened and didn't use their wrestling logic. Like, shout out to the people that could tell. Like, wait a minute. Like, no, he's being serious here. Like, oh, I love going back to that damn video, dog. It's so hilarious.
Yeah, and also shout out to the Patreon to the CM Punk Radio MIC special that we did. Definitely. Hey, $3. Sign up.
$3. It's still there.
That was still there. It was fun. Tessa Blanchard, I don't ever want to see her do any fucking thing. I'm just gonna keep it real. She's talented. She's very talented. I unfortunately I can't ignore the talent that she has, but she's a horrible fucking person. She's been horrible in multiple promotions. She has not had a good experience in any of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, TNA has literally been that one that's only been the constant medium for her or whatever, and she can exist in that realm no matter how pathetic it may look in the grand scheme of things. And I also think that, TNA is completely reverse engineering any progress that they were having by bringing her back in. But I don't know if she's very redeemable in the span of like where she can become a future prospect in WWE. I think she needs to fix all her shit that she has in TNA, period, and just become become that legend again in TNA, and then just retire there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it.
I only asked you that because I want to make the point that I want everybody to remember that her god brother is literally the WWE undisputed Universal Champion.
Yeah. Oh, Cody Rhodes.
I have literally seen Cody Rhodes get Shawn Spears a job. I've seen Cody Rhodes get Ethan Page a good recommendation. I'm pretty sure he was already on their radar, but I've seen the effect of Cody. I've seen Lexis King, who, God, with the way they did him in AEW, good Lord. Like, I'm just saying, he's gotten recommendations. There are people who I've seen get recommendations because they're Cody guys, because they're Punk guys. If you think Cody couldn't get his god sister a job when she's actually phenomenal in the ring,
well, the thing is that,
but to cut you off respectfully, the reason he did not is because she legitimately has burned bridges every single place she went. She burned her WWE bridge. She got fired from TNA. Then after she got fired from TNA, she went and just, again, you hear locker room stories about her everywhere. So I only asked that to just prove the point that if WWE wanted to bring Tessa Blanchard back, they would have done
they would have.
They would have, because they had an opportunity to do this, I want to say like 3 years ago during the pandemic, and they chose not to. That was then. Now that you're really back, like, I don't like, obviously everybody is going to do the anti-WWE thing because that's what this wrestling is a mark sport. So of course, Buddy Murphy, when he left, he was like, "Oh, the chains are free." You know what I'm saying? Everybody thought he was being racial, and it's like, dude, he's just white. He's not trying to say, nothing like that. He just said that shit, but that's what I expect. Anybody that, I'm pretty sure tonight, as we're speaking, after all this Pentagon Ray Phoenix things, there's somebody that's doing the prototypical "I love AEW" promo right now. It happens. But with her, I just brought that up to say, bro, like, she's burned her bridges, and it's going to literally take a whole 180. In my eyes, I don't ever see her in WWE, but it would literally take a 180, multiple public apologies, multiple kissing of rings, multiple things. Like, she would have to have you said it on earlier, a Shawn Michaels from 2002 to 2006 run that was so undeniable that by the time she got back, it's like, hey, she's a reformed and changed person. But
yeah, and it's like I don't know her and Cody's relationship, despite the connection they have with Magnum TA.
But still,
everything in that matter, like I don't know what that relationship is. That's one thing. The other thing is that it's bigger than Cody too, because we're talking about these women who've had experiences with her and who are also connected to other women that have had experiences with her. And we saw all those accounts from those women when she posted that tweet back in 2020. Yeah, when she posted that tweet, we saw her shit just get annihilated and blown up and blitzed. And nobody came to her defense on any of that shit.
None.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
that makes my point even more.
Like what makes the point that would ground, that's what burrows this into the ground even more in terms of like how it's like utterly like a needle, a ice pick in hell of this woman coming into the E. I know you want to do the hell frozen over thing with CM Punk and all that type of stuff, but let me remind y'all, CM Punk almost came back to WWE in 2019. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it like
he almost came back.
They were trying to set up him and Seth at. It was going to be the Mania after was it 37?
Probably in Tampa.
No, after Tampa. It was going to be because remember they had Tampa, but then remember they pushed Dallas back, I want to say, for 38. Yeah, so
really you kind of honestly in the grand scheme of things, you did Tampa twice.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they did Tampa twice.
And
Dallas was supposed to be 37.
22. Yeah.
Yeah. So what was supposed to happen? He was gonna do the anchor thing, and then he was gonna get poked and prodded enough to where he just takes the headset off, and then
go whoop Seth's ass.
Him and Seth was supposed to happen in Texas, and that didn't happen. And then the pandemic happened. If Fox never lays that show off.
Yeah, you probably get CM Punk back in WWE back. And he probably never goes to AEW.
He wouldn't have gone. Yeah. He wouldn't have gone. But yeah, that's why Seth kept calling out. That's what's happening in the storyline right now. So yeah. But I just say that to say, now as far as TNA is concerned, the logic I was mentioning is that I read something where I forgot it wasn't Wrestle Observer, but somebody that was noting that TNA's strategy that they're doing is that they know they can't compete with AEW and WWE as far as like signing wise. So their plan is to literally sign people to these short deals, use it up, and then reset at the top of every year.
Oh,
my thing is okay.
But you do it with Tessa Blanchard,
right?
Again, but it's like. I again, I'm not condoning this shit. I'm not saying like, hey, but it's like when you look again, Tessa Blanchard's career, it's like if she wasn't garbage, it's like bringing AJ Styles back. That's literally what that is.
Correct, and that
you know what I'm saying, like that's what it is. So it's kind of like if you take away all that bullshit and everything like that, it's not a bad idea to bring her back, but that's not the reality.
What I'm saying? But the thing with their business model and why it sucks is, bro, you're literally playing Russian roulette every year, hoping you can get a disgruntled person from another company to come over there for a year or for however short term. And then that's why every time they're like, oh, we signed this person to an extension, like normally a company signs a person to an extension for like, a couple of years. Like when they announce it, I'm like, oh, they'll be free in January. Like, so that's the thing. And honestly, the reason why their logic is so stupid is I don't think people realize that WWE used TNA. Like, that was the slow rollout for the WWE ID program, guys. Like, they literally worked with them so that you could get used to seeing other talent from another company on NXT television. And look what happened ever since that. You ain't seen a single TNA talent since. Number one, you've had X amount of people that would have been in TNA or could have been a part of TNA get WWE ID'd. So that even if they go to TNA, even if they go do a short stint in NWA or wherever, you know they got that WWE name attached to them. Mm-hmm. Then what else have we seen this year, AJ? When the year-end wrap up, you've seen wrestlers legit pop up at indie shows. I'm not talking about just GCW. You see these people at random Northeastern Wrestling, OV, like they're popping up at these places.
Yeah.
And no TNA, nothing. So they used them. Yeah. And I honestly think that Anthem has gotten to a point, the main company, I would not be surprised if into 2025, 2026, they just say, you know what, fuck it, and just sell the company. Because at the end of the day, it's going to take a TV deal. And I feel like them losing Scott D'Amore and how D'Amore was trying to really lock some of these talents down and really do more.
And wouldn't it be funny if they sold it to Scott D'Amore?
It probably. I think they're gonna sell it to WWE because I feel like WWE really wants that tape library, especially for the talent that they've had in the past, such as AJ Styles,
and
the eventual Samoa Joe appreciation, like all the things that we know that they'll eventually do. Like again, when you can show that when you can publicly go on television and say R-Truth is a former 6-time world, because again, forget how many world championships he had in TNA, but like it's like 3 or 4. But just saying, these are people you can build up their legacy from when they were over there. I mean, shit. And so many people that have been TNA champion and things like that. So, best of luck to everybody though who is on their way out. Would love to see Trent Seven back in a British strong style type of thing. Kushida, I heard he's going back to New Japan. So
I would think he's going back to New Japan. He left on a sour taste with WWE. Well, when he left NXT, it wasn't the best situation. So I could see him. I can see him going back like how Kenta, went back to New Japan. I can see the same thing.
Yeah, they tried, but like it couldn't. Now I will say the difference is now. At the time, NXT was trying to free up some money because they were really trying to focus in on the NIL talent that they signed, which has gone splendid, let me tell you. Because remember, Kushida was the product of getting stuck in between that era between Black and Gold and 2.0. And when 2.0 came, there was nothing for him.
There was nothing for him. Yeah,
so I could, if he came back, I wouldn't be surprised. But I think he's already an IWGP champion. He's a junior tag champ. I could see him going back over there and getting just what he knows. But if he doesn't want to move his family back to Japan, Orlando is right there, my boy. Who else did I say? Speedball, AEW.
Speedball, and we already said Josh Alexander and Jordan Grace.
Flip away, bro. Flip away. I ain't got nothing for you.
But however, speaking of AEW and someone that, when we talk about legacy, pretty much is a fucking joke.
Or you talking about Alvarez and Meltzer being in women's business?
Yes. In women's business. Once again, and also, a person that said like, "Hey, I ain't going to no NXT. I'm going to AEW," and it's like not even been about 7 months. But Camille supposedly has just been missing from AEW television. I don't watch AEW really. Last I heard, she was Mercedes' muscle, and she
was her diesel.
Yeah, she was her diesel, and I guess she ain't got a diesel no more. So I guess they got nothing for her, Camille. So I don't know. I guess she's sitting at home collecting checks.
This one's tricky because the quote from Alvarez was, and I quote, "I don't know if we're going to see her again. I wouldn't be surprised. It's like she was mentioned once after the angle and never again." So for you guys, keep up with everything so that I can be versed on subjects when asked. So what happened with her was they did a thing where she was like, I'm done with you, Mercedes. And then later on that night, it was like an episode of Monday Night Raw where like you just hear the pipes falling, and then like you see her she just got her ass whooped, right? And that was it, right? So that was the last time you saw her. That was the last time you saw her. Now, eerily enough, after he said this, there was an appearance that she did where she was on a podcast.
Okay.
And she was talking about in character. It felt like it was in character. She was like, hey, I've been biting my tongue. I had enough with her. I gave her peace of mind. I walked away. So I'm kind of regrouping, replanning what's going to happen. And basically, it feels like she was doing that in character so that like when she does make her return,
it'll be, the kayfabe will still be there.
Yeah, who the kayfabe will be with. Now, interesting enough, she also has a movie coming out too. That movie comes out. She's portraying the role that she's in was the role that was supposed to be with Charlotte Flair and I think Liv Morgan, but they both got injured. It's called Queen of the Ring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they replaced them with her, and then she's in there. Naomi has a cameo in there. But when Naomi filmed this, like Naomi was still in TNA, I believe. So
okay.
Yeah,
so Tony's something old.
Yeah, Tony Storm is in there, Britt Baker, like again, but Charlotte Flair and Liv Morgan were supposed to be in this, but at the time they both got hurt. So like they had to like, because remember Liv was out a long time when I think she messed her shoulder up or something.
Yeah,
like
messed
that.
up her shoulder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Camille will be in this, but and that's something that a company doesn't want to miss out on cross promoting, because even when Iron Claw came out, you remember they were like
MJF,
they were super they were promoting that. They even had the Von Erich brothers on just to help cross promo that. So take it with a grain of salt. I mean, it could be coincidence that she could have filmed that before she was like, hey, I hate this company, because that can happen with AEW, but Meltzer and Alvarez are also just behind the curve.
Yeah, marks.
So, bottom line. So grain of salt, but if that is the case, though, woof.
Woof.
Because she literally complained. This is fact. She did complain publicly about, damn, when are y'all going to use me?
Mm-hmm.
And then they finally used it because she was at home collecting checks for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Then she had this stint, and then they just wrote her off. So
yeah, we will see. We will see. I want to be wrong. I just want to be wrong.
I do too.
Before we get out of here, the only other thing is, of course, the Raw Netflix kickoff took place. Had some pretty cool moments there. Kevin Owens showing up. This is post Saturday night main event. Also, Saturday night main event, 2.6 million viewers. 2.6 million viewers on a Saturday main event. So for all those people out there talking about some shows, so why complaining about commercials and everything like that, well, they did good. They made they got a lot of eyes, and it was not a bad idea to bring back a Saturday night main event. And
also, no Roman, no
Roman,
Seth,
no
Punk,
no Punk,
Cena,
no
Rock,
no
Dwayne.
Still did 2.6 million. So,
come on, man,
there you have it. But Kevin Owens, as we all know what happened after the main event, Kevin Owens package pile driver on the Cody, takes his title, and now he is going to be wrestling with the Winged Eagle title during all the live shows, the live events, which is absolutely perfect for live events, because this is the silly shit they do during those live events. But he showed up to the kickoff with the Winged Eagle title, calling himself the champion. That was also really cool. We get the face off for Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley that gonna be defending her title against Rhea on the premiere WWE Raw on Netflix. We also get the official booking for Seth versus CM Punk, and they will be main eventing Raw on Netflix.
As they
should.
I had a feeling even before this today that they were going to main event and Roman and Solo Tribal Combat would open the show.
Yes.
Because one thing about Roman Reigns that I've learned about Thunderdome Rome is he is there, he's going to do his job, and he is going home to those beautiful children of his and his wife that he loves, and that is it. So the thing is, when you book a show, you have to keep people talking. What better way to book it than that? I mean, if it's in the middle of the show, cool too, but I think that's going to open the show, personally. So we have Roman Solo, Women's World Championship. We've got
the Women's Intercontinental Final. Yeah, the final Women's Intercontinental Championship final.
Still no thing. We don't even know. Who knows? Gunther may be doing something that night too. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we're ready. We're ready for Netflix. We are ready. All systems go for Netflix. January 6th, no pun. Monday, we will be watching WWE Raw live on Netflix. So get ready. Also, Logan Paul showed up, and he is that first window transfer to Raw. Obviously, I guess he was a free agent, so he's now officially a Raw talent. So
translation, LA Knight whooped my ass, and
yeah, pretty much. That's that. But yeah, man, I think that's all we got for the news portion. I think it's time to get into the nitty-gritty of why we're here.
That's good.
And that is to get into the best of 2024. This is the year end. Let's go.
Let's get it.
All right, man.
All right. Man.
Well, we've had an interesting year, to say the least. 2024, I swear it's blown by in a blur. Like, seriously, like I want to say that this is probably one of the biggest years in wrestling, period.
The stats back that up, by the way.
The stats back it up. It's so much stuff that happened over this year that you would probably go back and look and be like, holy shit, that was in 2024. Like, it's just been moving so rapidly and so quickly, especially after WrestleMania 40. Like, it's been just booming, moving. But you know, we take this time to like really look back on, like, you know, what we felt were the best moments, who put on the best performances this year, what were the best matches this year, and also we have to shed light on a few lowlights this year.
Unfortunately,
but fortunately,
yes,
because that means we get to get in our bag a little bit here.
Oh yeah, so we came here for.
But I guess we want to start. I think we want to start with in terms of like who the people that we felt were the best this year in terms of like their performance, their presence, social media wise, their presence, you know, outside of the ring wise. Like, we want to really shed some light on who we feel really take the spotlight. And first up, I think we're gonna shed some light and get the men out of the way. We're going to talk about, you know, our picks for men's wrestler of the year. Myself and Larry have our own, you know what I'm saying? And we may even share a few. Here, a few of our picks here, but we're going to kick this whole thing off in terms of men's wrestler of the year. And we don't really have to go in order here. So for each category, we have 4 picks and we have an honorable mention.
Yep.
So this is how we're gonna roll through this whole thing. And you know, And we're gonna leave something really, really cool for our listeners and our people that follow us on social media to, engage and keep the conversation going in terms of like what you may have felt was out there or what we probably should have seen as well too throughout this year.
Yeah, we like to be educated. We love feedback. I think a big part of 2025 is going to be more interaction with you guys. So, but meet us halfway. That's all we ask. Meet us halfway.
All we ask. So Larry, man, like what do you feel like was standing out here in terms of like the men? Like what were we feeling?
Okay, I'm gonna go in reverse order. So my honorable mention, I want to start off with, I have a tie with Will Ospreay and Sami Zayn.
Okay.
They're arguably the best TV wrestlers to me.
Yeah.
But the best TV wrestler to me, because he's been in all of the best matches, has been Braun Breaker. This has been the year of Braun Breaker. I really feel like there was a lot of hype between him and Carmelo getting called up finally, and Carmelo will be fine. I know there's people wondering. Carmelo's going to be fine. The thing about Carmelo is he has to add more layers to his character, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because we know he's just the cocky, I know I can do it all dude, but what else are you? And I think we're going to start getting that sooner than we think, but I'll talk about that later. But Braun Breaker, from the matches with Sheamus, the matches with Sami Zayn, the matches with Jey Uso, phenomenal. I would be remiss if I didn't say that Gunther, literally watching him go from IC champion, having the best wrestling match at WrestleMania to me, winning King of the Ring, winning World Heavyweight Championships. And the one thing that he's done better than Damian Priest when he has championship matches, I feel like there's more story with his matches because he's doubting himself. He's not sure if he can get the job done. There's interferences that lead to things. So you like, he's the champion, but it's like he's still trying to convince himself he's champion.
Yeah.
He's gonna set his future up greater because we'll look back on this moment and be like, damn, I remember when he was champion, he really wasn't feeling it. Because I mean, if you go back and look at Roman's first couple championship runs, the same thing was there. So
yeah,
that's that. This has been the year of Cody Rhodes. I cannot say that it has not been the year of Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is on television. Cody Rhodes is at these live events. He's kissing babies. He's handing out, all these things. And to finally get his moment in the most epic WrestleMania match of all time, hands down, can't say anything more about him. But my wrestler of the year for the men is Drew fucking McIntyre, because this year started off with Drew and Seth, and Drew literally just could not get over the hump of Seth Rollins, to say that. I thought Drew might have got a push. And later on in the year, I had no idea what Drew was doing at WrestleMania. None. Then, inadvertently, CM Punk gets himself hurt. Seth Rollins' WrestleMania plans are thrown into a tizzy. We had to sit there and watch Cody Rhodes drink himself damn near into a coma in a day because of his WrestleMania plans.
Yeah.
And Drew McIntyre, literally, like another woman, literally, Drew McIntyre and Liv Morgan went to Triple H, looked at him and stared at him in his bald face and said, "Give me the fucking ball." And they ran with it. And I think Drew has done every single thing that you could want him to do. I mean, barred up CM Punk, which is tough to do. Barred him up. They even had a funny moment where he was like, "Who chose you? Who was the chosen one?" Barred him up. Beat Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, only to get cashed in on.
Yeah.
Goes and has a main event match in his home country that he got screwed out of by Punk with the 2 count.
Yeah.
That was a moment. That was a moment.
Yeah.
Turns right back around to win the Money in the Bank. To get screwed again the same night.
Yeah.
Him and Punk and Seth have this weird triangle of things going on. We get a trilogy of great matches between the 3 of them. The first one, it was, you could tell Punk was getting the ring rust off. It was like, okay, the bull rope match, much better. Yeah. Hell in a Cell, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
And then even recently, coming back, kicking Sami Zayn's ass all over the building. Seth on Raw tried to talk some shit. You see Drew beeline into Seth. And then him and Sammy lock heads again. So you know we're going to get another Drew-Sammy match, a program. You know, Drew's on his revenge list tour. I can't wait to see what happens. So I'm excited. And I think that I think he's well deserving of Wrestler of the Year for me.
Cool. Now, so we share a whole lot in the same context of things, even in these selections. Because I also myself, I have a few of these individuals on my best wrestler of the year list at the same time too, but a few little twitches, a few little changes.
Right.
Since you started off with your honorable mention, I will do the same.
Okay.
For my honorable mention, this is somebody who I kind of want to say they're not the best wrestler of the year, but in terms of popularity,
I know you're gonna say
like popularity that just went like absolutely nuclear this year.
It's just him, Oos.
It's just him. It's just him, Oos. It really is. Like, no matter how you may feel about his match performances or anything that he does in the ring, the popularity, the love that Jey Uso has been getting throughout this year has been absolutely astronomical.
Is Samoan Jeff Hardy, dog.
Yeah, like literally, bro. Like he really is Samoan Jeff Hardy. Like Jey Uso is my honorable mention for this year, and I'm going to say a few reasons why. He finally got over the hump of beating his brother. He beat his brother at WrestleMania. No matter how you may feel about that match,
he feels the same way too.
Yeah. And he feels the same way too. No matter how you may feel, it was still a great concept. It was still a great idea to do this match, and it was still a great story. And it also translated into the tag match and into Cody's main event match, eventual main event match versus Roman in the Bloodline Rules match. You know what I'm saying? Like he was a part of that too, and he's just been able to just move on his own and still have this slight connection with his family, but still be his own man. He defeated Braun Breaker, you know what I'm saying, for the Intercontinental Championship.
Before that, he also had a world title match with Damian Priest. That was
was really good. Yeah. It was close, and it was really good match. You know what I'm saying? Like Jey Uso has had a nice, significant run for 2024, all the way until we get to the real good story when the OTC returns, and he's got to win Jey back. You know what I'm saying? Because of all those years of gaslighting and abuse that Jey went through. He finally joined his family again with the OG bloodline versus the new bloodline, and that wonderful and that fun War Games match we were able to watch.
And side note, I want that to be the last War Games match for about 3 years, please. Like,
yes, I think it's time for us to give us a break on War Games. Please. But I mean, hey, it was fun. Jey Uso has had quite a year. Like the crowd interactions, like before he comes to the ring, the interest is everything. I feel like they really, really, when it comes down to like where we are now in terms of the camera work, in WWE on weekly television.
It's so beautiful.
They have used it and shown you the magic that they can create with all that camera magic, and they've used Jey Uso as an example for that. And he showed up every single time and made it look so cool. So Jey Uso is my honorable mention of the year. Another individual that you mentioned on your list, Will Ospreay. I have Will Ospreay as one of my wrestlers of the year. Despite the unpopularity of AEW, despite the many goofy things that Will Ospreay spews from his mouth whenever he's, trying to talk about Hunter and talk about how AEW is the place to, the same old song and dance, tap dance that they all do, even though we all know Will wanted to be in WWE. But it's fine. It's whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Will has, again, like Larry said, I think Will and Sami Zayn are like both of the same cup when it comes down to having the best TV matches of the year and being the best TV wrestlers in their perspective, their respective companies. And I do want to point out a few notable matches for Will Ospreay. One, of course, being the AEW Revolution match versus Bryan Danielson. Fire. Amazing match.
Amazing.
Something that was like destined to happen. Like everybody was waiting to see this happen, and they did, and they delivered in that match. Another match, Will Ospreay versus MJF at AEW All In. Another great match. I'm not the biggest MJF fan or anything like that, but again, Will Ospreay can wrestle with a broom. Like
literally,
can't deny his talent. Another wonderful match put on for him, and also another match with him, Takeshita, and I think Ricochet in the triple threat match.
That was a Wrestle Dream.
Wrestle Dream, yes, that was another really, really cool match. You can't deny him and Takeshita at all in that match. I think, unfortunately, it's hard to really point out stuff with him and Ricochet because they do that goofy ass that choreography shit.
It looks like what was my man's name in Tekken?
Eddie Guerrero.
With Eddie and his mans, they would do the shit.
It's so corny. So I'm not even going to shed light on that. But
Nelson, again, when you hear this, let me know the I know you know the sequence. But
but totally, like I can't deny Will Ospreay is, by and large, the best wrestler in AEW, and he has shown and proven throughout this year that hey, he can wrestle with the best of them. I don't think did him and Kenny happen this year?
That was last year.
Okay,
they had 2 matches last year. I want to say,
yeah,
because Kenny he got his look back on Kenny.
Was it Forbidden Door?
Yeah, because Kenny, you know how Kenny is, man. When Kenny get in Japan, Kenny turned to Hogan.
Yeah, he turned he turns the clock back in Japan.
He's like, look, man. I'm thoroughly looking forward to Kenny versus Gabe Kidd because I feel like Kenny finna put on a show in Japan. But,
for sure. For sure. But also notable guys that I got, and you said you couldn't have said it any better. Gunther. Definitely that guy. Like, if you want to say it's the year of someone, it's definitely the year of Gunther. Him versus Sami Zayn WrestleMania, absolute banger, and he didn't even win the damn match, and it was just fire, like amazing. Not to mention him coming off of a already historic Intercontinental Championship run. That was fire.
Evil ass motherfucker, man.
To go from that to win King of the Ring.
And a fire match too.
Yeah.
Match.
With controversy.
Storytelling.
For storytelling purposes, with controversy for storytelling purposes, where we kind of had to pull the curtain back a little bit and we got into the reality of it, made it complex. Him and Randy Orton did a even better match the second go around. That was really good.
Whooped his ass.
Yeah, whooped him up, beat Randy up good, and all the way until we get to SummerSlam where he finally gets that championship. He defeats Damian Priest, but like Larry said, I'm loving the complexity of his title reign as he's like questioning himself, where he's hating the interference is being done because he's kind of in that crosshair path between Damian Priest and Finn Balor as they're battling and everything like that. But it's not making Gunther's reign look weak on the outside. It's still legitimizing his reign. But he's like, look, I'm an evil motherfucker, but I want to beat their ass myself.
And what did he do at Saturday's Night Main Event?
He whooped both their ass
himself.
by himself.
By
himself.
himself.
And that's how you book a champion. That's how you build a champion. That's how you do proper storytelling.
He's bringing prestige, man. The man is sacred, man.
Yeah, that's what you do. That's Gunther to me. And Gunther has just been banging. You know what I'm saying? Cody Rhodes, again, the story was finished. The story was finished at WrestleMania 40. He's finally the guy. He's the face of the company. This is everything that we all said we wanted Cody to be, and he's done that and even more. And not to mention, despite him finishing the story, the build before that is something that was historic in itself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what we may feel about Dwayne's insertion into that story and everything like that, it made great television as we got closer and closer to WrestleMania. Your main event both nights. It goes down exactly how everybody did. Everybody feels good about it. It's a classic, and it's for that to happen at the 40th anniversary of WrestleMania. You couldn't write a better story.
Man. 20 years from now, we're gonna be talking about that shit.
Yeah, literally. And shout out to Cody, and we just looking forward to more and seeing what we got planned for him for 2025. And yes, Drew McIntyre, I share the same sentiment as Larry in that Drew McIntyre, from the wrestling to the story to the social media, literally, Drew McIntyre is the social media champion of 2024.
It's literally him, Kevin Owens, and I throw Bronson Reed in there just because he's funny how he responds to people. His responses to the marks is hilarious, but it's nowhere near. Drew McIntyre literally took a selfie during his WrestleMania match and tweeted during the match.
Like, he took his wife's phone and was out there tweeting during the match. Like that was hard. Like that was fire.
I ain't seen no shit like that since The Rock was whooping Stone Cold and then took the headset on and like took the camera,
started talking.
Yeah, with the camera
and got stunned while the camera.
That's the equivalent of Booker T is in the ring. He stepped on the bomb. Get out his way. Like the same shit.
Yeah, so like Drew is the social media champion. Yes. Also, just all the story that Drew has been able to get through, to be literally the best businessman, the best doing what's best for business along the way, not letting ego get in the way. Like Drew McIntyre, hands down, is probably my men's wrestler of the year for sure. And that's definitely that's what I feel. That's what I'm feeling is in terms of my men's wrestler of the year. Larry shared his as well too, so it's only better that we move over to the ladies.
This was tough.
This was you know, it was a great year for the women. It was a really
they ran the year. It was tough for the men too because
especially the NXT men.
Oh yeah, Ethan Page.
Yeah.
Trick. My guy Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
Sheamus, Bronson Reed, Ludwig Kaiser. You know, it's been a lot of people. This has been a great year for wrestling, and the women it's so tough, man, because they all do their job so well. But my honorable mention, and this was very tough, but I could not go without mentioning my queen, the fake love of my life, because she's a married woman. Fuck Matt Cardona, but Chelsea Green. It's so tough today. I feel like for some of these wrestlers to lean on character. And one thing she's done on the indies, wherever she's been, she's had character. I feel like she got cut from WWE because when she was about to show her character, that's when the pandemic hit and the cuts hit. But she's the one who introduced Robert Stone. And during that time period, and he has a job now thanks to the work she was doing. So like, just to see her come to WWE, taking like a champ to be the Santino Marella of women, like get thrown over the top rope in 1 second, taking the table spots, taking these, she's
the ladder spot through the table.
Her character being afraid of heights, but she's so fucking phenomenal, and it's like,
and she's liked, like the crowd loves.
Oh yeah, like
they rock with her.
Yeah, she gets that shit rocking. Like her finally getting her crowning moment as the U.S. champ is so wonderful for her, and I can't wait to see what's next with Chelsea Green. But like the stuff that Chelsea Green is doing, right? Her, Mia Yim, Michin, like they're doing things that even if they don't win singles titles or have as many singles titles, this is the legacy in WWE that you create, that R-Truth has created, that Carmella created, that these people with character do, so that when it's time to get inducted into the hall, it's like, oh yeah, no brainer. She's funny. Like I remember her. Like yeah. So shout out to Chelsea Green. Fuck Matt Cardona. Next up. You can't have it's been a lot of injuries. It's been a lot of women that probably would have been up here, but they aren't. But I can't have a year without the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair. Her taking Jade under her wing. You see the progression each week. Bianca having character even without a singles title. Still putting on some of the best TV matches of the year, like her and Nia Jax, fire. Her and Io Sky on Raw, fire. Made these tag titles mean something. In an era where we were like, we don't know what these titles are. Putting and elevating over NXT talent during this time. Like they're making these NXT trips. They're not like, oh, you got to come to us. Like, putting over Fatal Attraction, putting over Lash Legend and Jakara, putting over so many people. Like even Isla Dawn, Alba Fire, they could have had a whole backstage fit like some other people we know have in the past, but they gave them their shine. So the women look good, but I have to pinpoint it with Bianca Belair. So great Bianca Belair. Now it's tough for me because these next three, any one of them could be the women's wrestler of the year, honestly. I'm going to go Io Sky next because she literally walked into the year with all of us collectively saying, okay, end this damage control shit because it's just gone on too fucking long. I thought it was going to end when Bayley lost, but it keeps on going. And Io had a great cash in last year, going to this year's Mania, put on a classic with Bayley. And then she's been in the tag mix. She's been in some of the best TV matches of the year. Her War Game spots are always something to look forward to. So Io having that year is crazy. I can't say enough about Roxanne Perez. I mean, every time it's just a banger, dog. Like it don't matter who she's in the ring with. Now, she's gone through a Mortal Kombat tower of opponents. I will give her that. But every time she shows that she belongs with them. And even people around her are getting attention because of her. Like, so Cora Jade, step it up.
I think her and Jordan Grace's match was like really, really fire.
That Jordan Grace match, the Julia match, the Lyra Valkyria match, and Mania. She made Lyra tap, dog. Like that was stand and delivery. Like that was a phenomenal moment. But it's tough But my wrestler of the year, I'm gonna go Stephanie Vaquer because it's tough when you are in a position where something's like laid out for you.
Yeah.
And you go in the opposite direction. Like
Mm-hmm.
she started off the year being known for being the belt collector. She had all the belts, right?
Yeah.
And then she literally, she was Julia's last match in Stardom. Put her, put her over. She goes on, and despite the shitty year Mercedes Moné had, she gave her best match easily.
Yeah.
At Forbidden Door. She had the AEW contract right there, laid out. And then WWE, who had their eye on her, were like, hey, I know you can go here, but what about us? And she said, you know what? I'm going to bet on myself. She put on some phenomenal matches on the singles card. The Iron Survivor, it was like, damn, she was this close. So for her to bet on herself and she's in the conversation like, yo, like, she's next up, I feel like that's what makes her Women Wrestler of the Year, because she could easily be having matches on Rampage right now and nobody would ever see the shit. So her, Julia, Zarya, who was Delta at one point, those three being a part of the bigger acquisitions of WWE this year, and again, carrying the NXT women's division on a week-by-week basis, that's my wrestler of the year, man. So shout out to Steph, man. Like, international stuff, man. Shout out to her.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to like what we're about to get with Steph and Julia, going into next year. Like, even Roxanne, I feel like it's probably about to finally age out of NXT soon.
I believe so too.
So I think and Zarya too, like, just to see like what's the next era of NXT is going to look like with those three at the helm. You know what I'm saying? Like what bangers and what complex stories we're going to be getting on the NXT side when it comes down to those three. And Roxanne, but definitely shout out to Roxanne, man. She's had a hell of a year as always. I mean, Roxanne's always having great years. I mean, they call her the prodigy for a reason. Literally. And Stephanie Vaquer, like, man, I'm ready. But like the men's side, we also share a few slots on the women's side too.
Okay.
But starting off with my honorable mention, I feel like this is somebody who I've been rooting for since probably the start of this podcast in general. You know what I'm saying? I always felt that she was a star. I felt she was being misused to where she was at.
Oh, I know you're finna say.
I felt that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt
that gave it away. Yeah.
I felt that she was being misused. And finally this year, she finally was able to make that move over. And she was treated as such as who she is and what she has to bring to the table. And they have handled her very, very, very well in her transition and her move all the way up. And that is none other than Jade Cargill.
Rest in peace to Kevin Sullivan, who famously quoted in his waspy voice, "Yeah, I mean, Jade Cargill sits down and the crowd pops." Like, yes.
I mean, from day one, from her showing up, getting out that truck, and that crowd was going crazy. Like, and all the promotion she was getting in terms of her acquisition.
Hunter just showing her off everywhere.
Yes, showing her off everywhere. Like the wonderful woman she is. Her getting that pop at Royal Rumble, that was amazing. That was fire. To have that face off
to the final three.
Making it all the way to the final three. Her getting the face off with Nia Jax and doing crazy moves. And I know a lot of people, of course, one of her critiques was the moves and how she moved in the ring, and she's only done nothing but improve. That's all she did was improve. They put her together with Bianca. They became tag team champions. Cooking, elevated those belts. Her WrestleMania, she finally got her a WrestleMania moment.
Beat the dog shit out there too.
Like coming out there together, like probably one of the best WrestleMania entrances they had this year was having those three, rise up from, you know, from underground and everything like that. It was just really, really fire, man. And then just everything after that, like, has been really, really fun. Like
So
seeing
much
her and
fun,
Bianca
man.
work together, like, it's been really cool. So I'm only looking forward to more from Jade Cargill. I know she's out injured right now, you know, wishing for the best, but I know when she comes back, it's going to be like phenomenal. I know she's going to come back even better than before. So shout out to Jade Cargill. She is my honorable mention. Somebody that was missing from Larry's list. And this person, like, look again, popularity, not only just popular, but also damn good in that ring. And shout out to that NIL program that they got going on. But it's Tiffy time, my nigga. It is Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah.
Look, man.
Yeah, man.
Current women's Money in the Bank holder.
Just know, y'all, this was so much harder to do than the men.
So this is really difficult, bro. Like very difficult. Like even when you was going off about Roxanne, I said, "Damn, holy shit!" You know what I'm saying? Even when I mentioned Jordan Grace, and I'm like, "Damn!" Like I wish I was able to.
There's one
Jordan
big
Grace.
one that I don't know if it's on yours or not, but there's a big one I left off of mine too. But
okay, yeah. Tiffany Stratton, yo, popularity, ring awareness, ring performance, having the crowd in the palm of her hand, like she is undeniably the future. Like Tiffany Stratton is the future. She had an amazing year. For somebody to just go from NXT straight to main roster and be popular day one, I don't think
that elimination chamber match.
Yeah, like I don't think you can take that away from Tiffany Stratton, bro. No. Like I'm sorry, but yeah, she got it, bro. She has it. She has it, man. And yeah, Tiffany Stratton, I'm really again looking forward to what the future is going to bring for her. I think she had an amazing year.
So phenomenal, man.
And when Nia finally turns on her, oh man, superstardom on the way.
I mean, she's already a baby face now. The crowd has literally already jumped the gun and like she's already a baby now. Yeah. Like it's crazy. So
next up, somebody that's probably never ever probably gonna not make my list, and that is none other than the legend that is Bayley. Bayley has had an amazing year. And it's not only what she's done in the ring, but the things that she does outside of the ring in terms of like being a locker room leader and like legit, like when they talk about like in the past when they used to talk about like how Ronda Rousey would try to be the one that to be the one that'll like, oh, I'm trying to get this person over. I'm trying to get that person over. I'm trying to work with them because I think they're a star and everything like that. That's everything that Bayley does, bro, and has done.
And she's been doing it for years.
She's been doing it, and like she takes care of so many people, and you know, Bayley just has it. You know what I'm saying? And like again, at the same token of that, in the same realm of that, like she's also, I would say, you know, is one of the best TV performers, the best TV wrestlers on the women's side, period. Like Bayley is guaranteed banger every week. You know what I'm saying? She put on a classic match with Io Sky at WrestleMania 40. Put on an amazing banger versus Nia Jax at the King and Queen of the Ring. Like, I mean, what more can you say about Bayley that hasn't been said already? But yeah, Bayley is definitely slotted in as one of my women's wrestler of the year. Bianca Belair. I mean, come on, man.
It's Bianca Belair, bro. It's Bianca Belair, bro. Yeah.
For too many reasons to explain.
We be here all day.
And again, going back, Io Sky. The one thing about Io that I want to point out is that even after that classic match with Bayley, we started dealing with injuries and damage control where Dakota Kai got hurt again, and you know, they kind of had to put EO in that spot with Kyrie Sane, to where they had to go into the tag realm, and again delivered in the tag realm. You know what I'm saying?
Even with Kyrie having that injury too, because remember,
even
she
with Kyrie
hit her eye on the fucking announce table.
EO has just been amazing this year, and I think she's arguably my women's wrestler of the year for sure. But definitely taking it back to that classic match that she put on with Bayley at WrestleMania 40. I think that says it all right there in terms of that. And those are my women's wrestlers of the year.
I do want to say it does personally feel criminal for me to not have Liv Morgan on my list.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they've only had Liv with 2 people the entire year.
Yeah.
She was with Becky Lynch and she was with Rhea Ripley, with Becky being a mom, and she just got announced for, I think it was a Star Trek show.
Yeah, Star Trek show.
That's what she's been up to. Rhea Ripley, who she's been injured, and that's
the only reason why Rhea's not here, really, but because she got hurt like right after WrestleMania. And then like she was out for a minute, then she came back.
But if I'm being honest, Rhea and Liv have yet to have that great definitive match, which is why I can't put them on this list.
Yeah.
Even though Liv put on a really good match with EO at Saturday Night Main Event.
Yes, they did. They did. They had a great match. Yeah.
I think Liv has a better chance for this upcoming year because it's a lot that they can do with Liv Morgan, and I think she has a better chance, and Rhea Ripley has a better chance too because now she's back fully healthy, and she started to turn around at the end of the year. Like her War Games performance was great, her match with Raquel on Raw was great, but they on the way. But I mean, again, we only had 4.
Yeah, we only had 4, and it was tough. Like, because I know some people gonna like, damn, no Rhea Ripley, and it's like, bro, you have to go back. You have to go back. You have to go back. It's like, yo,
bro,
Rhea got hurt.
Nia Jax had a phenomenal year. Nia Jax had her best year, and she went on there. Like, this was not easy. Listen, Julia had a phenomenal year too. It was tough. Like, I had to pick Stephanie because Stephanie put on bangers in both companies.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So
yeah. But yeah, man. Hey, again, the women's choices were very, very tough. But hey, man, we had to get through that. But we're also leaving it to the people. You know what I'm saying? The people to debate this and to bring your
I want to see y'all
picks.
Man.
I want to see y'all list. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what y'all feel like, and you know what I'm saying, and then we can have a really good dialogue from there as well too. Absolutely. But I think we about to get into the real good stuff. We only got 2 more categories left, but we cannot get out of here without talking about match of the year for the both of us.
Oh God.
Yeah,
I think
man.
We share a lot. I think there's one difference in each of our match of the year, I think.
Okay. Maybe 2. Maybe 2.
Let me see.
I think we got 2.
I know. Okay, that one.
I think our honorable mentions are different, and I think one of your honorable mentions is actually a slot on mine.
Okay.
And then I think our honorable mentions are different.
Like, so let me look right now, and I can tell you guys. Yeah. So. Okay, let's start with our honorable mentions, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, we'll go from there. You go with yours first, since yours is a true honorable mention. Yeah.
So my honorable mention is a television match, and it is honestly somebody that I think would have probably made my men's list had he not gotten hurt this past year.
Oh,
This is the triple threat that took place on WWE Raw. It was Ilya Dragunov versus Braun Breaker versus Ricochet on Raw. I think that match was a complete and utter banger. I think every time Ilya Dragunov touched the screen, he was putting on a match of the year contender, especially one that he got off of Ricochet earlier this year. They went freaking crazy. They went crazy in that match. But yes, Ilya Dragunov versus Braun Breaker versus Ricochet. That is my honorable mention.
So I'm gonna go out of order just slightly,
Okay.
just for us to unionize going forward. So one of my selections for match of the year was Braun Breaker versus Jey Uso. One where Jey Uso won the title.
Mm-hmm.
That popped that night from a sold out arena. I mean, it caused us to have this episode 76. That's the 3 stages of Coquito. So you know what I mean? Like, great episode. Shout out to my boy Pat. You know.
Also, we were able to tell Rikishi to shut the fuck up.
Correct.
Yeah,
which
that was
the
awesome.
more I learn about Rikishi, the more I'm just respecting a lot of women that hold their families down while these wrestlers are on the road. So but that was a phenomenal banger. Now, let's get to what we agree on.
Now, your honorable mention
is one of your matches of the year.
Okay, so let's get there.
Yes.
All right. So your honorable mention and one of my matches of the year, and we already mentioned it earlier, and that was Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson at AEW Revolution.
Correct.
And again, I think I said it enough before. Will, you got two of the best in the ring at this one time. You got one of the greatest of all time, and you got one of the greatest right now. And when you put that together in that ring, I mean, as much as what we feel about AEW and everything like that, when it comes down to pay-per-view matches of this caliber, they're going to deliver every time and twice on Sunday, period. So they put on that banger. They went crazy. No foolishness, nothing, just good old wrestling, good dramatic moments and everything of that matter. And they both delivered. So Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson.
Bryan Danielson.
Same shit. Same nigga.
Vegan Dragon, all of it. Like,
AEW Revolution, That's definitely something that we shared on this. And I think we shared the other three for sure.
We share the other. We share the other three for sure.
And one of them is Bayley versus Io Sky at WrestleMania 40. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns 2 at WrestleMania 40. Bloodline Rules.
WWE Endgame.
Yes, WWE Endgame. Like, hey, look, it delivered, man. It delivered. It happened seamlessly. Cody went over. He finished the story. I don't know how you don't put this on your top match list of 2024. And it's not even just the story. They both wrestled their asses off in this match.
What a way to end.
What a way to end
reign of all time. Like,
literally. And Roman Reigns didn't lose a thing from it because he's still Roman and even bigger and badder than he was before. You know what I'm saying? So, and Cody Rhodes is taking the company into new heights. And yes, he was kissing babies.
Winged Eagle, bro.
Yeah, like he brought back Winged Eagle. Winged Eagle is out there right now. It's out there in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like Kevin Owens has the Winged Eagle belt right now.
Get your shit back, Cody. Get your shit back.
So, hey, man, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns definitely are on this list. And I think me and you both agree that our match of the year, without a shadow of a doubt, is CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre at Hell in the Cell at Bad Blood. Yes.
What
yes.
way to end. That is as old school wrestling as you are going to find.
Yeah.
And again, this wasn't supposed to happen. But they literally took an injury. I've never seen somebody get so berated for being injured. The only thing that came close to that was when I was not on Show Your Work this year, and Earl just fucking
he laid it to you.
Yeah, and then it's the same thing though. Like he's Earl McIntyre, and I'm like literally, bro, Punk. Keep in mind they had a phenomenal bull rope match too.
Yeah, they did.
That will get overlooked as time goes on, but go back and look. But this is the best I've seen Punk in the ring since 2013.
Yeah,
like Drew is in the prime of his career right now, going off. He just, mind you, Drew resigned before, at the beginning of the year. Like, we didn't know where Drew was gonna go because it's like,
Dwayne made them calls.
Dwayne made them calls, gave him that, that heirloom. You know what I mean? And that match, boy, just my God, like the toolbox, the
chain around the thigh, it was just
the go to sleep with the kneecap,
with the chain on around it, the outside
table spots, like
the table spots, like
Drew just brutalizing him,
Punk got into he was 100% in his Terry Funk bag in that match. And then even like the funniest parts was Punk getting oxygen at the end
and falling down,
and it's
then
like, bro,
you just see Drew just looking up at the lights like, fuck.
Man. Like that match was bro. That match was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Drew McIntyre, Wrestler of the Year, Match of the Year, Man of the Year. I don't care what you want to say, man. Like that, he's officially replaced Kevin Owens with the grown man pop. Because you hear them Scottish bagpipes, and it's like, all right, we are here. Somebody is finna get fucked up. Man.
But Punk, man, look, hey, welcome home, bro. I'm glad Punk was able to get past the injury. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he didn't make it to our top men's wrestler match of the year because he only wrestled in 3 matches. You know what I'm saying?
Seth Rollins also.
Seth too, man. Like Seth, him and Drew put on a banger at WrestleMania, dude. That match was fire.
I mean, even with the Seth and Bronson Reed match.
Seth and Bronson Reed stuff was good.
Sheesh.
Seth is arguably an MVP of the year for wrestling through injury. Like, I mean, we remember
Punk too. Like they both are saying, like even the storyline of Punk not being able to, bringing in the Paul Heyman story, man. Like Seth, like I refuse to work with Roman. Punk doing it.
Yeah,
Drew
Punk coming in and then Punk in a War Games match. CM Punk in a War Games match. Like, come on,
best funniest moment of the year to me, hands down. Him and Roman in that cage. It's like it's like watching me and you when we fucking hate each other. It's just he's sitting there like this.
Like him putting his arm out and making everybody else get out before Punk.
Even before the match.
And then Punk moving him out the way when he think he about to get in.
Bro, even before the match, when he ran out and like he started fucking with Jacob and them, like I also.
Oh yeah, that was fire. He started fucking with the
the you see Jacob like a hyena.
Yeah, like that. Oh man, I actually I'm gonna rewatch that match.
You know what you should do? Go and watch. There's a video on the WWE YouTube where there's a camera inside the cages and it's showing like their reactions as everybody's walking out, and you can hear Jacob be like, "Man, fuck you, nigga! No, get in this cage! Come on!"
That's fire. But hey, that's our matches of the year. So like, we didn't even have to go 1-on-1 in terms of them because we shared so many of them together. But matches of the year. Now real good stuff.
You know what I want to do for this? Because I think we share one thing that's the same with this. Let's go over what we share, but let's Styles and Jada this shit. Like, let's go. Yeah. Let's Styles and Jada this shit. All right. Okay. So as you guys know, we have to give you the best moments as far as best matches, our favorite ladies, women's wrestler, men's wrestler. We've already given some shout outs to some people we rock with. We want to see do good in 2025. I think 2025 is going to be a good year for my boy Jacob Fatu.
Oh yeah. Even Tama Tonga, like,
oh my God. Yep, bro. Over. I know if it wasn't for Punk and Roman in that cage, him scaling the cage.
and also let's talk about the crazy things that we currently never thought we could ever see coming or happening in WWE in 2024. And it's like Jacob Fatu coming. The Gorillas of Destiny come, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa.
The SmackDown after Mania, bro.
Yeah, the Motor City Machine Guns are in WWE now. Like, it's just like just crazy, bro. Like, that's crazy.
Again, I thought for a fact, like, okay, well, Julia's just going to AEW and she's gonna be doing that.
Yeah, like, Julia coming to WWE, coming to NXT.
Bro,
Pentagon is on his way.
More Samoans on the way.
Like more Samoans. Yeah, like it's insane, bro.
Dog. It's so. I mean, bro, I got a list right here, bro. Okay. Julia, Stephanie Vaquer, Zarya, Penta, Naomi.
Naomi came back. She came back home.
Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, Motor City Machine Guns. Cody got Sean Spears a job.
Yeah, he got him a job as a coach.
Lance and my guy Hikuleo. You feel me?
Yeah.
Bro, Ethan Page.
Yeah, Ethan Page coming over.
Bro, Bo Dallas got this gimmick to work.
Oh man, the Wyatt sticks, like the videotapes. The videotapes. I forgot all about that. Like, come on, man.
And then, how can we forget the man, the myth, I do not want to work for this company, so I will punch Sammy in the face. The legend Andrade also came back this year too, putting on the best television series of matches this year with him and Carmelo.
Went 7 with Carmelo Hayes. I mean, like,
y'all think I'm mad because they didn't get Okada or Ospreay or all these other people that they go over there and they don't even want to be there no more. Like, yeah, bro. Yeah, man. And then again, Josh Alexander is coming. We think Jordan Grace is 1,000% coming. Yeah. Like, yeah, man. But for all the highs,
we got the lows. We got the lows, lows,
man. The lowest of the low. All right, me and you share one thing.
Okay.
And let's start with that before we Styles and Jada this. Unless, and then okay. You know what? Yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna go with my honorary mention first.
Okay.
Actually, you go with your honorary mention first, because this is gonna lead to my honorary mention. Then we're gonna come together and shake hands on this, because that's gonna work perfectly. So, AJ, what is your honorable mention for the worst moment of 2024?
The worst moment from my honorable mention is actually a lot more recent than you may think, as the listeners out there. But my honorable mention is none other than WWE Deadline. WWE Deadline was unadulterated trash. It was garbage. There was only like 2 good matches on this whole thing, and both of them were the women's Iron Survivor match and Roxanne Perez versus Julia. That is it. The rest
that
of
wasn't
that
even
shit,
on that. That wasn't even on.
Oh, it wasn't on that.
No,
I'm sorry.
that wasn't
it was
even
Roxanne.
On that.
Hold on, what?
Roxanne wasn't even on there.
She wasn't even on it. So yeah, again, okay. So
he can't even remember the card, y'all. That's
so
how
the
bad
women's Iron Survivor
was.
match was good. I know what it was. It was Lola Vice and
Jada Parker.
Their underground match. Those are only 2 things that I was tuned in for during that whole thing.
Okay.
Everything else is garbage.
All right. So, okay. The men's Iron Survivor had potential. until that goddamn 15-minute mark, and I was like, all right, man. Like the yell I let out when I saw Obafemi.
And they hyped it up all day. That's the thing about it. They hyped it up. Even in I don't know if you saw the pre-show. They hyped it up in the pre-show. Like, who is that gonna be? Who is this person?
Bro,
like
Ethan, I mean, I would say, bro, even like Eddie Thorpe, which they saved that was a good character moment. It was like he faked his injury and shit, but it's like, oh, he's out. Who's gonna replace Eddie Thorpe to get a title shot? And we're like, could it be Penta? Could it be Hikuleo coming in? Could it be this person? Could it be this person? Like, could it be somebody from the main roster coming down? Fucking Obafemi.
Obafemi, bro. Man, get out of my face.
Bro, I'm sorry. Like, y'all gotta understand, I do not like white people doing these African Wakanda ass chants they do for this nigga, man. It feels racist and they don't know it.
Very racist.
But I don't every time. So woof. I'm going to oof.
Like, I don't like that shit, bro. I don't like that shit at all. Nope. I don't like this Wakanda shit, bro.
Damn bit, bro.
I don't like this shit.
Hey man, let my nigga T'Challa rest in peace, bro. The Nathan Frazier and Axiom tag match was decent against Miles and Tavion.
I feel like they do this every week. I feel
like that it's getting stale though.
Like, like when are they finally gonna lose these belts, bro?
Please take these belts off of these men, because I can't keep on. They're literally doing the DIY thing, but worse. And like both of them are Johnny Gargano, and it's like I can't with these near falls. Like the matches aren't bad, but it's like if I'm gonna complain about Obafemi, I gotta complain about this too. And
what they do, but they wrestle on TV too, and that's my whole thing. Like they do this on TV, and they're not losing on TV. And they're not losing at the PLE. So like, what are we doing?
Please, I need this. Transfer window. Please get some people down there that can take this title off of them. Like
the men's NXT division is suffering.
I need a lot. Like
it's not good,
for the people that ain't on the main roster, not doing shit right now. Like, look, man, I love my guys, but get my guys Pretty Deadly down there. Something like
Pretty Deadly ain't doing shit. But
they being cheerleaders for Tiffany Stratton, bro. I need something, bro. Like I don't even if it's temporary until the end of the year. At this point, bold take, because it's gonna go into my worst moment. But before I do that, the Trick Williams Ridge Holland match, doo-doo.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, man. My next honorable mention of horrendousness of the worst of 2024, hands down, has to be the Karrion Kross and Bobby Lashley feud, just as in general, but especially that WrestleMania match. Like, dog.
Yeah, that shit was doo-doo, bro.
Bobby, and what's so funny, you would think in the past, based on the past, it would be Karrion Kross.
No. It wasn't Karrion Kross' fault at all.
Karrion Kross has been trying, bro. Yeah. He has actually made this Wyatt 6 shit work. Like, dog, I hope he gets rewarded for what he's doing.
And also in the grand scheme of like the backstory of like what Bobby wanted, talking about let's just get into a real shoot fight in the ring. Like,
oh my god,
bro, what?
Oh my god, bro.
Get Bobby Lashley.
Oh my god, here, bro. And then let's come together for the next moment, AJ.
All right, let's do it.
His black ass ruins the street, bro.
Yeah.
Let's do it 2 for 1, y'all. We're doing a 2 for 1 right now.
Here. Okay,
this
we
nigga
here.
ruins the street.
We here. Okay. All right. Yeah. We here.
This fuck nigga ruins the Street Profits and then turns around and says, you know what? I'm just gonna go do something else somewhere else, bro. And literally, this nigga and all you social media niggas, man, like that act like we haven't had good wrestling. Why ain't they no black men matches on PLEs? It's 5 matches. And with all of these brothers that y'all are caping for, right? What did the New Day do up until recently? Not shit this year.
Damn thing.
Carmelo Hayes was on television putting on bangers. If this was 1997, he would be the WCW television champion like Booker T.
Now the New Day got something really hot going on.
Oh no! Now I'm talking about just when people were complaining at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't doing shit. Bobby Lashley was just wearing suits, talking about I want some hoes again. Like, yo. And then the worst of all you niggas. The worst of you niggas. The bald nigga that hyped his wife up to say, baby, you should be out there more than an announcer. And he got his girl to quit the company, become his online fucking cheerleader. And somehow, some way, AJ, Bobby Lashley took one Patara earring, Ricochet took the other Patara earring, and both of these motherfuckers said, we're going to AEW to form the Hurt Syndicate.
Let me tell you what I feel about the Hurt Syndicate and Ricochet.
Guangdong Tigers. Ni hao! Ni hao! Ni hao!
Look, man, let me tell you something. Ricochet went over there. He debuted at All In a battle royal. And did he win that battle royal? No. He got tossed out the goddamn ring, just like he got tossed out the goddamn ring in WWE. And then got the nerve to sit up here and say, oh, I wasn't being elevated in WWE. I wasn't moving up in WWE or nothing like that. This Ricochet literally had the most lateral goddamn move I've ever seen, because he's just back in the mid-card again. Back in the mid-card again, still delivering mid-ass promos. Except this time he took the suits that he was wearing before he left WWE over to AEW. So instead, it's just kind of like Zion Williamson. Every single year they say Zion Williamson's in shape, and all he really did was just grow a beard. Well, Ricochet,
you know what the thing is about Zion?
But really all he did was put on a suit.
You know the thing about Zion is, well, that's disrespectful to Zion. At the end of the day, that motherfucker does drink cake soda. But he has been hurt. When that motherfucker plays, he is one of the top forwards you will ever see in your fucking life.
Sure is. But
this nigga
lied.
Nigga. Like,
the same nigga.
Man, how are you mid and then you got a Messiah complex? Talk about some, oh man, like, you know, I'm the reason AEW exists. Like, why is everybody acting like Cody Rhodes didn't have the money, didn't have the connections, didn't put this shit together?
Ain't the reason why the American audience even looked over there. Ain't like, come on, bro. Like, we not doing this, bro. Like Ricochet, dog, and then the one thing that we all dreaded happening. We all dreaded this happening was eventually you took your woman away. You took your woman away from this great job that she had. And even though she kind of got a little like scatterbrained, because she was like, she finally was like, you know, I actually wanted to be a manager in WWE. I actually wanted to be in the storylines and shit like that. Well, it's like, well, Samantha, no.
Why? Samantha was literally responding to
neckbeard
circle niggas on Instagram.
Neckbeard cockfucker 28. She was responding to these jackasses after she left WWE.
She was literally responding to Braun Breaker left titty 87.
Like, come on,
bro. Instagram, bro. What are we fucking doing, bro? Like,
come on, man. Like stop. Yo, Ricochet and the Hurt Syndicate. Yes, man. Like, get and then MVP and his dumb bullshit. And then doubling down on that later on again. So he get everybody on the internet all riled up talking about they actually racist over there, but then sit over here and double down and say, actually, no, you know, I just wanted to see that we could get off, you know, bring the Hurt business back. And it's like, bro, didn't nobody want to see the Hurt business back, bro.
Side note, Shelton Benjamin, I ain't got nothing against you, my nigga.
Nothing against you, Shelton
Benjamin. You needed a job, nigga. You been doing great on TV, nigga. Salute to you.
Cool.
But
you did do some goofy ass shit at Wale Mania, though. I ain't forget that shit. That was some goofy ass shit you did, bro, on that stage. You brother, you was up there tap dancing. Fuck out of here with that shit.
Oh yeah. No, he one of them. He's one of them.
Yeah,
but
you're wild.
But I mean, yeah, he definitely calls his father-in-law Sarge for sure.
Oh
yeah.
You do.
Hey, you mean forget, but nah, nigga. The rest of y'all niggas though, yeah, man. Like,
nah, you brought up somebody else in this.
Cassidy of fucking war, dog.
Look, listen, let me tell you something.
Cassidy,
Street Profits.
dog.
Look, one half of y'all, look. Angelo Dawkins.
Long Dong Tigers. Ni hao. Ni hao. Ni hao.
I've had enough. Look, I don't give a damn how many Madden hit sticks he does outside that ring that got y'all excited and shit. That was 2 fucking years ago. 2 years ago. His outfits still look the same. He still dresses horribly outside of the ring. Like he makes
worse. Fits have gotten worse.
He makes Bianca. I mean, not Bianca. Brianna. He makes Brianna and Montez look so stupid when he walks with them. I'm sorry, it's terrible. I can't do this shit no more. I don't want to hear. Hey, he can keep going in the ring. He goes in the ring and all that stuff.
You know who else goes in the ring, bro? Pete Dunne. But guess what? Pete Dunne don't be wearing no shitty fits.
He don't be wearing no shitty ass fits. And let me tell y'all something. For those who don't know, Angelo Dawkins has been with this company since 2007. 2007, and has been doing the gimmicks have only gotten worse with this dude, bro. They was like, it's time to hang this shit up or be a coach. It's not working, bro. It's not. And all he's doing is like, if Montez is confused about why his damn career is not going in the pathway it should, it's because, yes, you are Shawn Michaels in this group. He is Marty Jannetty.
Montez, get
your ass away from that nigga.
Montez, if you gotta do, I'm so serious when I say this, Montez, if you gotta go to Florida, refine yourself as a singles wrestler, get that NXT championship, and then come back up, I'm fine with that at this point.
Brother, listen to your wife. Your wife is literally the woman John Cena. She is the woman John Cena. Dog, there's no reason why you should be in this position that you like because of your homie. Man, fuck all that.
Your fade is too clean every goddamn week to be doing this shit, bro. Like,
your suits are tailored.
You look like a cross between Bruno Mars and Juicy J, nigga, every fucking week, bro. And then you let this nigga, like, nigga, when they say, this is not racist, but this is true. When they say monkey ass fits,
yeah, you got that monkey shit on, nigga. You got that monkey shit on, bro. I can't do this no more,
nigga,
man.
You make City Trend fits look like Salvatore Ferragamo, nigga. Like, that's how
hoodie. You got on hoodie. He has on hoodie blazers, my nigga. Hoodie blazers.
Hoodie with the blazer over the top. Like, yo.
And then you got the nerve to be in the ring dressed like you in the Universal Circus, bro. Like, no, I can't do this, bro. I cannot do this with Montez Ford. I'm sorry, with Angelo Dawkins. I can't do this, bro.
I can't do. Hey, Montez, look, bro. Look. Unless, because I give Triple H a lot of grace. He's allowed Seth, KO, and Drew to be heels, even though they ain't did nothing wrong. You know, they're actually faces, but they're heels in their storylines. He's elevated the women. Hunter, I better have the greatest Street Profit tag team story of all fucking time. Otherwise, in that shake-up window, I better see Montez Ford say, hey, I'm doing it on my own.
Yeah, man.
Because look, B-Fab in the ring has gotten a whole lot better.
She's gotten better. She's gotten better.
If y'all trying to make B-Fab, look, if that's the case, I can't even call that nigga Stevie Ray. Stevie Ray could go in the ring.
Yeah, you don't. No, I'm not. No. I'm not.
Let Montez be Booker and let B-Fab be the Sherry Martel of the group, bro. Because they can go. Do something.
Go to Florida. Just go.
U.S. title. in North America, NXT North American Championship, nigga. Something, nigga. Like, get it out the mud, my nigga. Get it out the fucking mud. Now, we've done that. So, I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna switch it up before we come back, and we agree on the last thing, because the last thing is a combination. Because you went and you said Street Profits, but you had another one too. So we agree. We just have different things.
Okay.
Let's start with yours.
Okay.
AEW Dynamite and you fucking marks in these ratings.
Yo, that literally the slot that it said. It look, my slot. When y'all see these graphics, when you see these graphics drop, you're going to see literally AEW Dynamite.
Nothing, no other explanation. It's
no
just
other
Dynamite.
explanation. Nothing.
It's just Dynamite.
Absolutely not. AEW Dynamite. When you want to talk about regression, when you want to talk about like, and I'm talking about regression since 2021, it is 2024. And you want to talk about constant regression and like just the the ratings have never been lower. Now, one little, I don't even know to call this a bright spot. I don't really know what they finally got their TV deal. They're headed to Max.
I'm gonna do a Razor Ramon.
Ooh, like, I mean, again, Max subscribers definitely don't outnumber Netflix subscribers. We already know that.
And Netflix ain't got to pay no additional cost.
And Netflix
Max subscribers got to pay a discount that we still don't know what it is. So.
Yeah, so cool, they got that. But my brother, I don't know how. Either y'all must have money, or y'all know where some bodies are buried in order to get the deal that y'all got. I'll probably want to attribute that to maybe TNT losing the NBA. You know what I'm saying? But
100%.
They're rating, like, literally AEW Dynamite, which is your marquee show, which is your WWE Raw, which is like it's averaging like 400,000 viewers a week now.
500,000
when you
viewers.
First started AEW, you were averaging 1.6 million. And it's just only
they were like, no, they were trying to get, let me clarify this for you. They were getting close to 1 million each week.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And you were getting 1 million each. I'm saying the first episode of AEW Dynamite was 1.6.
1.6. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But like,
and you were averaging 1 million.
You were close. It was like 900.
Close, and you was in that 900, but it regressed throughout the years,
brother.
And it only got worse. Now, and by far, hands down, 2024 is the absolute worst it's ever been.
Brother, you said 2021. Even in 2022, you would get a good
800,000.
A CM Punk Pentagon match. They'd be like, okay, this is some new shit I ain't never seen before. Okay, bet. Brother, you cannot make me care. Like, unless it's a match I truly want to see, a Will Ospreay match, a Luchador match, the women, your main,
I'm still not gonna watch it. I'm not even
your main card sucks, bro. Your main event scene fucking sucks.
And not only that, Larry, you have stories that literally stopped.
Yeah.
Perfect example. MJF and Adam Cole. I understand Adam Cole got hurt. Understand all that. But Adam Cole is back, and they didn't even pick up where they left off. If anything, they swapped. They did a double turn. So now MJF's the bad guy, and Adam Cole's the babyface. How does that make sense?
Not to mention MJF ain't even there. Not to mention that this whole elite gimmick is just so. And then to top it all off, guys, I'm gonna give you a 2-for-1 on my end. I'm gonna give you a 2-for-1.
Mm-hmm.
Brother, making John Moxley a focal point for the third fucking time was all right. I get it. In 2019, when he came in, okay, he's our big signee. He comes through the crowd. It's a moment. We got a WWE guy, a big guy. Even though we all fucking knew, WWE even fucking telegraphed that he was going there, but like literally, we didn't care. All right, cool.
Like literally, no one cares.
2022, CM Punk has left because he is on leave, because he is injured, because he whooped some ass in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, okay, John, we're gonna reward you mid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we turn around, and not only did you broker a deal with New Japan to make John Moxley the IWGP Heavyweight Champion, he has one of the worst matches with Tetsuya fucking Naito I have ever seen in my life. Now, I understand that the guys of former day, the former 4 pillars of New Japan, are not the same anymore. I understand that
they're
age.
all old. Yeah.
Kota, Naito, Tanahashi, and Shinsuke.
Okada.
They're all
Shinsuke.
Yeah, they're all old. I can't say.
But Shinsuke hooping right now. I don't get. Hey,
hold on. Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Shinsuke is hooping. Tanahashi puts out a couple little, you know what I'm saying, every now and again. Naito, when he wants to, he puts it on. But that night, this is your AEW representative against the New Japan guy, and it fucking stank, nigga.
Yes.
I could smell that shit a mile away, bro. A whole mile away. And then in the middle of all of this nasty shit, you were so offended by an injured man going on Ariel Helwani finally speaking for the first time about why he left the company. And you said, you know what? We want to show you what really happened at All In. We really want to show you what happened.
And what did they do, Larry?
They gave us a play-by-play of what Punk said, word for word, lyric for lyric, bar for bar, syllable for syllable, vowel for fucking vowel, dog. And it made Punk look like the funniest badass backstage guy of all time.
They made CM Punk look like the coolest motherfucker on this earth.
He looked like fucking Swayze in Roadhouse.
Like literally, like the coolest. Like they made him look like he was the coolest thing walking the earth.
Like when you used to hear stories about backstage back in the day, like BSK and the Hearts and the Click and all these guys. That's what he looked like.
Yeah,
they made that motherfucker look like Ken Shamrock backstage, dog. They
was just like, we're gonna show it. Like, whoa, like I mean, we literally watched them finger poke a doom themselves with that video.
And what makes it even funnier is like Tony Khan was out there crying out in front of a crowd booing them, talking about some hey, I was in fear of my life. Huh? You had 7 wrestlers pulling Punk off. Like Samoa Joe walks up, House of Black walks up, Malenko's right there, Jerry Lynn's right there. Poor Chris Hero's just trying to keep a damn job. It's literally just like, oh God, all right. And he has to slowly walk and break the shit up. And yeah, it was just bad, bro. It was fucking bad, dog. They literally finger poked doing themselves.
They finger poked doing like the what the Young Bucks have done to AEW. I swear, when it's documented one day, I can't wait. I absolutely
I cannot wait
because this is absolutely it's absolutely ridiculous. Because ever since the only thing that has happened is even faster regression of the brand. Like Collision is bringing in only 100,000 viewers. That's cancelable.
We
Like,
told y'all this
why
shit
is
was
it
gonna
like
happen
we
because you
told
put Saturday, not Saturday morning wrestling, AJ.
Saturday night
Wrestling.
And I don't want to hear that excuse. Oh, but college football and other stuff, other
They
sports.
knew that
Bro,
when they
Saturday
signed the
night
fuck
main
up, bro.
event just brought 2.6 million viewers.
You know why it did? Because we only get it once every quarter. So yes, we just got the fall one. We're about to get the winter one next month. We won't see Saturday night main event probably again until May or June.
Like it's absolutely
yeah.
insane to me. Like this is crazy. Like I'm just like, again, you are absolutely stamped with the absolute worst.
And I told everybody, I said, bro, all they had to do, if you knew you were gonna get ratings this bad, tape the show, put it out Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Get your kids to watch the shit Saturday morning when they get their cereal.
It's not palatable for kids.
I know, but what I'm saying is just in general, like, nigga, before, put the shit out before college football at noon. Like, okay, bet. Like, all right. Get your DVR numbers up. Like, this is the shit that should be on Max streaming, Collision, but
no, they don't know. They don't want to do it. And let me tell you something. When all this college football shit is done, all this other stuff, it's not your ratings are not going to improve. It's not like,
you know,
people
why
are
they
going
want
to
to
magically improve? Like, oh well, Collision's on tonight.
You know why they want to improve? Because the NBA on ABC.
It's just not. It's not going to happen, bro. Like, where you are now is where you're going to be, and it's only going to get worse. Period. Like, I'm not like, this isn't some I want AEW to fail. This isn't any. This is a more of I told you so, and that's just what it is. Like, I don't care. And also, not to mention, then this same year, AEW did the head-to-head shit with NXT and got blown out the goddamn water.
Every single time they did it, man.
Every time. So it's just, again, you're doing it to yourselves. That's why you are where you are in terms of the worst of 2024.
You lost, and it's even funny that NXT beat them on a bad night with Bischoff. Still lost.
It's just like, what are you doing? What are we doing this for? Like, what are you doing? Like, it is what it is, bro. I'm done with AEW.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
But
there is, I'm sorry.
No, but there is one moment.
Yes.
In segments that we both have on our list that we agree is the worst of the year.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you.
The men have arrived.
The men have arrived.
Yes.
And hey,
he was your man. He was your boy. That's how you grew up with him. That's crazy, man.
Listen, man. Now, we talked about Cody Rhodes and his road to WrestleMania. And like, I mean, he won the Royal Rumble, and then a lot of weird shit started happening right after that, right? And I had a classic episode where I addressed some of our brothers. You know, it's a nice infamous cover I did with my eyes on it from this tree.
Monday gonna be a bad day for you.
Oh yeah. And I made sure of that.
Oh man.
But let's get past that real quick, because we all know what the end result of that was. However, there was a documentary put out on YouTube by WWE, and it was a WrestleMania 40 documentary. It garnered a lot of attention because, you know, prior to the documentary's release and everything like that. But when we finally saw this documentary in full, it's the biggest piece of dog shit I've ever seen in terms of like telling a story about how we pivoted from an idea and gave it back to the people. Like, we didn't expect this thing to happen, but it did.
So, so we both agree that this is the worst of the year, hands down. Mine was literally watching SmackDown Live, expecting the Cody Roman face-off. And here, if you smell what The Rock is cooking, and The Rock making an appearance in Birmingham, Alabama, in front of Ashton, mind the way. Ashton was live there for this shit.
Ashton was in the building.
And literally, Cody Rhodes holding back tears, as we would later find out, passing the ball to Dwayne. None of this happens, mind you, if Phillip Brooks holds up like, I'm just saying, Punk, you could have did why didn't you announce the injury in March, bro? Like, we could have just got past this shit, bro. Like,
well, they had to save Phil from himself because
I know, but I'm saying
you would have left it to Phil.
Phil would have wrestled. Phil would have wrestled. He wanted to wrestle when he was on Helwani, but bro, oh god, dog, just.
So we gave the power back to the people. And we allowed this thing to happen. Something happened. You know what, Dwayne? Let me tell you something that a lot of other people probably didn't tell you, because you probably didn't fucking listen. Nobody fucking wanted to see you versus Roman for the Universal title at WrestleMania 40. Nobody wanted to see that shit. Nobody with a brain wanted to see that shit.
You know why? Tell him why, AJ.
You didn't win the Royal Rumble. It wouldn't even make any remote sense to move the Royal Rumble winner, because this never fucking happened before.
Wow. And
third,
keep going.
Vince isn't there anymore, and that's some stupid shit Vince would do. And you tried to do some Vince shit. And that was stupid. And that was extremely stupid. So, what are you going to do? Hey, Royal Rumble winner, put that in a tuck until next year's WrestleMania, and then you'll be able to. So, you're going to fuck over the next Royal Rumble winner so you can have a.
Or you're going to bastardize the Royal Rumble tradition.
Or you're going to bastardize
by either telling Cody Rhodes, wait till SummerSlam. Which that was so funny, all you niggas. Oh, Cody can wait to SummerSlam. So y'all want 4 more months of Roman not doing shit? You want 4 months of a potential Dwayne championship? Hold on, AJ. Then you want Cody, who beat Seth Rollins 3 fucking times already. One with a fucked up pectoral muscle. To go against
a 5-star match.
5-star match. All their matches are like 4.5 stars. That one's a 5.
So why are we doing this again?
Only for what? Seth to win, and then y'all get pissed off that Cody's getting buried?
And then you fuck over Drew.
Or Cody wins the Nigga I Tried belt?
The Nigga I Tried belt. What are we doing, bro? Well, I think Cody one day will hold that championship one day too, just cause he will, to add prestige to it.
And that title now that Cody's been champion, and we've seen Priest and Gunther and Seth, they're almost at even footing at this point.
Yeah, I see that happening one day, whatever, but nigga, none of you made any fucking sense whatsoever trying to argue for this stupid shit that was going on. Y'all was doing a lot of space brain, monkey playing the banjo in your mind type takes when it came down to this stuff. And you kept doing it. Well, it's The Rock. I don't give a fuck if it's The Rock. We're going to sit up here and allow him to do something that we hate Hulk Hogan for.
And hated John Cena for.
And hated John Cena for.
And hated Triple H for.
Triple H for.
And hated anybody who had creative pull to, it's not going to work for me, brother. So y'all were cool. Y'all was cool with Triple H screwing Booker T. But
nah.
you're not cool. But Dwayne screwing Cody, it's like, nah, bro.
Like, nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. This by far, this documentary is some dog shit. It's stupid. It's, you know, the only high points of that bullshit is watching Roman just walk around like, hey man, like,
we do this shit. We do this shit.
We do this. Like he didn't even like have a moment to sit down and like talk to the camera. Entire time is Dwayne and probably Brian Gewirtz in the background doing a director's review commentary over this. Like, it's such bullshit, dog. That shit was dumb. And y'all put that dumb shit out there to try to let Dwayne have his little narrative going, but we know that's not what this was, bro. It's not. Dwayne tried to move something out. He thought he was too big. He tried to move something out the way for himself because he think it's 1999 and it ain't. It's not.
And
it's not, bro. Like, they don't care. It blew back in your face. They don't want to see you, bro.
And what makes all this bad, simply plain and put, this all could have been fucking avoided if you would have just wrestled this nigga at 39 in Hollywood. If Rock would have faced Roman at Hollywood, we wouldn't get all you niggas bitching and complaining about Cody getting the rematch. We could have had, who knows, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what, Larry? You know what? Fuck them. Fuck that. I wanted to see Cody get a rematch because the 39 match is a classic.
No.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Talk.
You motherfuckers want it so bad, go watch it in Vegas at 41. Because let me tell you something. That's what you're gonna get at 41. So shut the fuck up.
I pray to God so we get it 41. I'm Lord, please.
I hope it's all lining up for that to be the match. You're finally going to get it at 41. Because I'm not going to let 39 get erased. I'm not going to let 40 get erased. I'm not doing that.
No, and I agree with you. But what I'm saying is that, okay, you want to do something interesting. That Seth Cody match that Dwayne was trying to push, you could have had that at Mania. You could have had it to where it's like, okay, Cody feels like he's gonna get Seth, and Seth is like, I will do whatever it fucking takes. Like, that was a way that you could have introduced the inaugural World Heavyweight Championship at Mania. They didn't do that. You know why? Because they said, okay, we've been planning for Rock Roman for years. We're not getting it this year. Okay, Cody Rhodes, you go against Roman, and you and Roman will have a 2-year, two back-to-back Manias. We're just gonna fucking do it, dog.
Yeah.
Fuck it. And they made it work. Seth had his fucking celebrity match with him and Logan Paul, which is phenomenal. Everybody did okay at WrestleMania 39, but you could have had Cody versus Seth make sense at that Mania, and you could have also had literally Roman Rock. And The Rock would have been done. It wouldn't have been none of this extra ass shit. And we might have even had a shorter Roman Reigns reign for all the other IWC marks that complain about that too. But guess what?
It ain't even just the IWC marks. It's also them people that sit up here and think wrestling is cool every single WrestleMania, and they want to sit up here and tap in out of nowhere.
Yeah, because Dwayne's there. Yeah, no. Because
Dwayne is there.
No. In the words of Roman Reigns, we do this shit. We are here covering combat sports every fucking week. So yeah. Like, we do this shit. But yeah, man. Fucking, yeah, man. Man. Like I said, I'm talking to you, Earl. You know what I'm saying? And hey, man, I remember.
Look, let me tell you something. Speaking of, I don't give a fuck if this was in Young Rock. I didn't watch Young Rock. I don't give a fuck about that show. I don't care.
Earl, I have my mom's godson was in Young Rock, Earl. Surprise. You think I care about that moment of Roman doing the thing? No,
I
nigga.
don't give a shit.
Guess what?
It probably didn't even happen anyway.
I'm talking to you, Earl. It did. But regardless, I'm talking to you, Earl. I remember when I called you just to laugh, you were like, there's nothing that you can say to me. This is going to happen. And then a week later, you were looking like a jackass after that press conference. So yes, Earl, I'm talking to you, Earl. So yes. Shout out to Cody Rhodes, man. Shout out to Brandy. Thank God for having a strong black wife to hold you down during perilous times with Dwayne The Rock Johnson putting your life through bullshit. Shout out to Roman Reigns because he knew he was going to be the main event regardless. But god damn,
And
man.
let me tell y'all right now, one day y'all gonna understand that Dwayne, that bald fucker uses the WWE as a playground whenever he ain't got no motion. That's exactly what he uses it for.
Hey, man.
If Moana dropped during WrestleMania 41, his bald head ass wouldn't even have been there.
Nope.
So I don't even want to hear that shit.
Hey, man. Hey.
The end.
We're in such a better world without Dwayne. We got a new Superman trailer. We got we got Cody Rhodes as our champion. We had our best year of WWE in a long, like, literally, like, it just keeps getting better. The women are phenomenal. We had a great 2024, man.
Yes, we did. We had a wonderful 2024, but we could not have went out without making sure y'all saw exactly what the bullshit was this past year.
There's
a whole lot more bullshit, but it was some special ones that we had to point out, and we did just that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was fun.
Yeah.
Once again, you know what I'm saying? Another year end is complete. We're about to head into a new era. We're heading into 2025. We're even heading into a new era of mid-carders and catering in itself. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And like I said, announced before, early access to this episode will be dropping Friday on Patreon. So make sure you pay that $3. And if not, then you're going to wait the whole weekend, and then it will be available to you for public viewing and public consumption on Monday morning.
Monday is catering. Hey,
Monday is catering. We are back. We are back to public Mondays, and we got more Patreon content dropping as well. And also, Larry has a few things to cover before we get up out of here.
Yeah, because this is going to be
we got union business.
This is the last mid-cards and catering of 2024. So main episode. So thank you. We will be back. We will make an announcement when we be back. We have a date in mind already, but just stay tuned. Stay tuned to our socials on X, on Blue Sky, on Instagram, our Discord, which is in the bio, so you can find out and keep up with us.
Now we will be back right after Netflix. I'm just gonna tell you.
We'll
ain't gonna be after long. Netflix premieres. That's when we'll be back.
We back. So you know, stay tuned. Stay tuned. In between that time, though, check out the Midcards Patreon. All kinds of content there. May even throw a holiday surprise in there. Who knows? But watch what's on there. Enjoy this early access.
Yes, sir.
I mean, by the time you listen to this episode, check out my new playlist, Where We At With It, the playlist, which is an ode to Boldy James and just that kind of music. So check that out. It's on all it again. If you go to our beacons, it will be right there. So it's right there. So check that out. Show your work. The new episode will be out. Got a great one planned. So check that out in the meantime. And for my early access listeners, you get a chance to, you know, on Friday, you can check this out. And you can also check out Show Your Work at the same time. But make sure you pay that $3 regardless for mid-carders and pay that $3 for Show Your Work. Shout out to Nelson. Shout out to Winston. Shout out to Youngin. Guessing from the Stands. They just had their last episode of the year. So go run that back up. It's a lot of union business, some more surprises that will be there. But again, to check on these surprises, because we have so much audio, video combination on the way. Beacons.ai / __ the union, right?
No, it's just one. It's just the union. It's just the union altogether.
See, we ain't got no underscores in the beacons.
No underscores in the beacons.
Right there.
Yes, sir.
Right there. Everything that you want to know, keep up with us. Run that up. Run these clips up. We got some cool, as y'all saw, we got some new templates up. So, you know what I'm saying? Shit's looking a little better. One day at a time. So, hey, every day is a new opportunity. So don't waste that opportunity to check out what the union has going on. multiple talented individuals. Thank you to everybody that's been a guest on the show this year, everybody that will be a guest on the show in the future.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Cannot wait for 2025. Can't wait to see y'all there.
Yes, sir. And I just want to say a Merry Christmas to everybody that is out there. A Happy New Year to everybody out there. Be safe. Be kind. You know, get with your family. For those that are still privileged to be around family, enjoy that family.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And only give love. Only give love, because we have a hell of a year on the way forward. You know what I'm saying? So definitely.
Boy.
Lock in, man.
Lock in, baby. Lock
and protect your neck. Protect your neck. And
at
with
all
that,
times.
And with that being said, it is AJ. It's DJ
Larry.
It's Mid Carders and Catering. Year end 24, episode 82. We out of here. Peace. Thank you for listening to Mid Carders and Catering Podcast, a weekly podcast focused on pro wrestling and sports entertainment. Mid Carders and Catering Podcast is created and executive produced by Amir Johnson. Music, Miami Boulevard by Offbeat Ninja and Maple by Blair North. Special thanks goes out to Show Your Work Network and Guessing from the Stands podcast. Mid Carders and Catering is powered by The Union.